For decades, college rugby has been built, not in stadiums, but on long bus rides, early mornings, and moments no one else sees. No fanfare, no shortcuts, just pride. But once a year, every year, the best come together, not just to play, but to prove something on the game's brightest stage. To their teammates, to their schools, to themselves. This isn't just another tournament. This is where seasons are defined, where legends are made, where you put it all on the line. This is the 2026 Collegiate Rugby Championship. One weekend, 144 teams, 8 national champions. Let's get it started.
And a good Sunday morning to you from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. We're just outside in Boyd's, Maryland for the Collegiate Rugby Championship, National Sevens 2026. We're going to crown all of the women's championships today. We're starting with semifinals in Division III. This is Colby College, the Mules, taking on the Spartans of MiraCosta. This is John Broker, joined by legendary World Rugby Hall of Famer Phaedra Knight for these D3 semifinals. These teams have worked hard to get here. Phaedra, they are taking the field. Taking a look here at Colby. Colby in the full dark blue, set to kick off. Colby beats UW, University of Wisconsin-Platteville in the first round, and Nazarene in the second round, 14-12, and then 31-22. And now they take on MiraCosta. MiraCosta beat Christopher Newport 27-5. Jury 26-15. We are underway with the D3 semifinals. Low driving kick in the hands of MiraCosta, and it slips. Going to be foggy today with some rain yesterday, so the field might be slick. But a good first opportunity here for the Colby Mules.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Ball back here for Colby. Colby on the move, running straight up the middle of the field. Ball in the hands of Lila Gary. Gary takes it forward, passes it back in. Ginny Lash having a run. They continue to move that ball out. Big attempted hit there from MiraCosta, but a nice little dart through the middle there. And it looks like it's going to be a first try here for Rachel Albert. And try awarded, actually, pardon me, that was Elizabeth Chapman. Phaedra, great try to open this up. Kick is good, so 7-0. It will be a start again here from Colby.
Off the foot.
Ball off the foot there. Off they go. MiraCosta up this left-hand side. Ball into touch. So it'll be a line out here for Colby. Good first moments for them, Phaedra.
Yeah, good. They'll be happy to have this opportunity to have some possession and get things going coming into this big match.
Colby out of main, take that line out, run straight forward. Little bobble there. Double knock-ons. And it is going to be a scrum here for MiraCosta, so really their first attempt at offense. It has been a little bit in Colby hands so far, so MiraCosta gets a shot here.
Burn. Set.
From Oceanside, California, MiraCosta, the Spartans take this one straight up the middle. They move it out a little wider, but the ball slips out of hand there. A little frustration creeping in, but a good attempt there from Heavenly Afaesi. She's from Oceanside, local to the school. Sorry, Phaedra.
No worries. That was just one of those moments, right? They're just getting some possession, second day, maybe a little bit of fatigue from yesterday. But she'd want to have that one again because she may have been under the uprights had she caught it.
And she was certainly looking at that. She was maybe in her next move, headed towards the line. Penalty, player not holding their own body weight. So Colby's going to go quick here. Colby, little pass out to that right-hand side. Colby into contact. Ball comes up there to Hannah Jacoby. Out a little wider there to Ali Caputo. Ali Caputo from Belmont, Massachusetts gets turned over by MiraCosta. Here is the runner that had that little mistake, Heavenly Afaesi, but she is strong. Look at that power. Heavenly Afaesi taking this one on. Ball out from MiraCosta now. Staying a little tight here, not using the full width of the field, but that space opens up, winding to the outside. Power run coming up the middle here. Little offload, ball still in hand. Olsen has that one. Tamayut gets that ball up there, and now they're held up around the 5-meter line by Colby. Colby working hard here. Ball comes around again. It's in the hands of Segio. Around the outside come MiraCosta now. Well held there. Good tackle by Hicks to stop this one up. Player gets her knee to the ground, so they're good to go. It's in the hands of the number 9 there, Lucy Powell. She's looking for the line. Does she get there? She does not. Player has to roll away here for Colby and does. Dive over the line. Quick thinking, no problem. Alora Borrego touches that one down, and it's 5 points. Kick to come. Good answer here from MiraCosta.
Yeah, good answer. It was a good team try. Worked really hard to get this one, but that little seam just outside of the ruck, that channel 1 outside of the ruck was open, and she took the dive. But it was all set up by all the work her teammates had done to get them inside that 5-meter channel.
That ball just slides to the left-hand side of the post, so 2 minutes to go in the first half, 2 points in it. Collegiate Rugby Championship D3 semifinals. MiraCosta will restart this one. Let's take a look at Heavenly Afaesi. A good run earlier in this matchup.
Yeah, Heavenly had 3 tries yesterday. She's definitely the leading scorer for this MiraCosta outfit.
Nice kick there, gets some hang time. Ball in Colby hands. Quick taking on. Big hit for the troubles there. But nice winding run around here. Here comes MiraCosta. MiraCosta has that speed on the outside. Lila Jerry from Mercer Island, Washington at 13 is the one who got it started, but it's gone through a couple of hands now. And a MiraCosta smash as MiraCosta turns that one over. This MiraCosta team, you can tell they love the physical play there. They're going to go quick off of this not releasing turnover as the ball comes almost out to the right-hand side, but they're going to hang this one a little bit tight. It's in the hands of Ilasa. Ilasa moves it out into the middle of the field. Big run. Nice little pass there. Afaesi's on the outside. They can't quite get the ball there right now. In hand, continuing to go forward, looking for Afaesi with everything they have. But Colby's going to come in over that one. Were they off their feet? Indeed they were. So it's going to be a penalty here. Afaesi wastes no time. She's near the 22, looking for some space to run through. A lot of powerful runners in this MiraCosta team. Ball comes to the left-hand side. Straight up the middle goes Ilasa. And Ilasa is going to touch that one down. Selassie Ilasa from Oceanside, California. She's a sophomore. Great try.
Well, it all started with these 2 big hits. Look at this defense by MiraCosta. Boom, bodies on the ground. And that physicality in defense allows these opportunities on attack. You've got to a disorganized defense in that transition, and MiraCosta just takes advantage of it. And this is a physical mismatch here. Elasa using that, seeing that advantage. Those eyes are wide open, and she is in. Happy day.
We are at halftime here. MiraCosta takes the lead. We're going to step aside 10-7. We'll come back with the rest of this D3 semifinal right after this.
We are having a rugby tour in Newcastle, England with the All-Americans from NCR, and we're having an incredible time. So these tours are so incredibly important for our All-Americans because they get to up their skills by having coaches that they don't normally work with, teach them new skills, new drills, new ways to apply their points of difference in the game. They get to experience a new culture out here, new foods. I'm sure most of them haven't had beans on toast ever, and they're definitely experiencing that here, but they're also getting a chance to watch players that they look up to playing in the Women's Rugby World Cup here in England, which is incredibly important for them to see these people, because if you could see it, you can be it, and we are so happy that our athletes can see the Eagles, and I know they also want to be the Eagles, so this is a massive opportunity for them.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, John, the scoring barrage started for MiraCosta with this one by Borrega, and then the second one came about, well, that was the tenacity, with this young lady, Elasa, running it through. It was a team try. The defense started it, but she finished it and gave them a 10-point lead coming into the second half.
It is the second half, 10-7. MiraCosta, as Phaedra said, over Colby in this semifinal. The winner of this is going to move to the championship match against the winner of the next game. That is going to be Endicott versus the Colorado School of Mines. But plenty to play for here. John Broker with World Rugby Hall of Famer Phaedra Knight bringing you this action this morning. We're going to be on and off all day with Lance Kavanaugh and Isabella Corral joining for other games. Here comes Colby. Colby has had a little more speed on the outside here. Don't want to get caught up in the power game, I would say, with this MiraCosta team. We saw those big hits in the first half, but here come Colby. Colby with Frances Smith. She's from Washington, D.C., so right near her hometown. That ball slips forward. It's going to be a scrum here to MiraCosta, the Spartans.
Yeah, you said it well. Colby's best opportunity is to really organize, stretch their attack, try to get that from east to west, that line, and just get this ball out into those outside channels so that they have those speed mismatches and can presumably put points on the board.
Ball coming out here from MiraCosta. Little show coming back in, winding mazy run there from this MiraCosta team. Ashley Pacheco was the one who brought that one in. Now Heavenly Alpha Essie has it. She's going to try to barrel her way through. She gets by the first. The second takes her down. Trying to take that away are the Mules of Colby, and they've done so. They've gotten that penalty. Great work there through Lila Jerry.
Yeah, that was just good work to have that awareness, get right on that ball immediately, turn it over.
Little held ball here, trying to create some room. Ball in the middle of the field, getting it to the outside. Good speed on this one. This could be a lead change, and it looks like it's going to be. Elizabeth Chapman for the Mules, headed towards the line. She scored one earlier. She's in with her second. Just a great line of run, and the Colby College Mules have taken the lead.
Yeah, and the integral part to this play was her change of pace. She came onto that line full blast, and that was enough deception to get her under the uprights. She had the speed and the pace. Take a look again here, and had that outside corner. She had that mismatch on speed, and there was nothing that MiraCosta could do to stop her.
kick was good there. So we're at 14-10, second half. Again, the winner of this one takes on the winner of the Endicott Gulls versus the Colorado School of Mine or Diggers. The two winning teams will be in a national championship matchup later today. Go to the NCR app to get all that information. NCR TV bringing to the action, the All-Women's Sports Network taking the afternoon championship block. Make sure you tune in. Ball goes down to Colby again. Good interplay there. Nice work from Ali Caputo. Outside, looking for the big hit were the MiraCosta Spartans, but they scared him just enough to force a mistake there. It's going to be a scrum here for MiraCosta.
Yeah, that defensive player from MiraCosta shot the line, and it was enough of a presence to create that little bit of doubt in the attack for Colby, and she spilled that ball on. That's all you need. You need these little bits of impact to create waves that cause turnovers.
Ball here to MiraCosta. Coming up this left-hand side. Player has been in the try zone before. Celeste Ilasa able to get up and run again. Getting that hand free. Does a great job looking for the offload to get the hand free. Does Ilasa when she's on the move. Ball in the middle of the field. Olsen knocks off one. Olsen tries to bump off a second. The ball goes down. She's going to try to take that one. They're going to get it back, and on the run they are. Garrison put that up to Afaesi. Afaesi has to go down on that ball. She's trying to get back up. Referee whistles here. We're going to penalize the Mules. It'll be MiraCosta ball.
And if I were MiraCosta, I'd probably go for a line out here. You've got, well, I would do it and they wouldn't.
If only they would listen. Here they come, MiraCosta to the outside. They have a foot race on here. The corner, two defensive players coming after MiraCosta. Can they get there? They cannot. We're going to have another lead change. MiraCosta through, but there you go. She has been in the try zone. Touches it down for another 5. 2 minutes to go. Lead change, kick to come. What an exciting semifinal.
And clearly that's why I'm here and their coach is on the sideline, because that was the right play to take, the quick tap and move it out to the speedster Borrego. She turned the corner, pinned back the ears, and took it all the way.
Ball touchdown there. Speaking of coaches, MiraCosta coach Kalini Yusi Ross Ma'u, and Colby coached by Susan Childers. Or Childers, depending on how it could be pronounced. Kick is no good. So we're 1 point here. Minute and a half to go. Colby will receive this. MiraCosta will restart. Still anybody's game. Plenty to play for. Endicott, Colorado School of Mines coming up next. Referee says time wasting, so we're going to go back here to a free kick for Colby. Just thought they were using too much time. Gave him a whistle quick after the warning there, Phaedra.
Yeah, I don't know. You very rarely see that call, but it happens, clearly. And Colby has an opportunity now to bring it back 1 point down.
Colby, opportunity game winner there, and they're going to go around the corner. Will this player get hold of a touch? Might have been a forward pass, maybe coming back to a scrum here. This is in MiraCosta's favor. They'll be happy with this result.
Yeah, you see, I'm not sure where that forward pass was, but that the bodies were behind. Yeah, that didn't seem to be forward to me, but.
Oh, my time? 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Colby. They had an opportunity, had a little bit of momentum. Yeah.
Time winding down here. Able to keep playing. MiraCosta to put this one in. Through Powell. She's from Fallbrook, California. Colby tries to rip that one away, wisely so. They kick it in a touch to MiraCosta. And that's the end of this one. MiraCosta goes to the finals. Colby goes to the third, fourth place game. MiraCosta will play the final, winner of the next. Endicott versus Colorado School of Mines. We'll be right back with that much up in a minute.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Come back. It is the second semifinal. It is Endicott the Gulls versus the Colorado School of Mine Ore Diggers. John Broker with World Rugby Hall of Famer Phaedra Knight for this matchup. MiraCosta Spartans just won the first semifinal. This is the second. Finals later on today. Big matchup. Phaedra Knight.
Yeah, these teams, these players are looking ready, fresh, and ready to go. This is going to be a good one, John. I'm excited about it.
Final at 1:30 this afternoon. School of Mines to kick this one off. Endicott.
Time is on.
Underway we are. Gulls obviously in the white. Hand off that ball right there. Get themselves going forward. Great program at Endicott. Skylar Laws brings that one in as they look down this right-hand side. Hold the ball, trying to open up some space. Swarmed by Ore Diggers defenders, taking it to touch. Is the referee going to bring that back? Was that a high tackle? Or was that in touch?
Penalty here. Penalty here.
Break here by the Gulls. They took that penalty. Got players lining out to this left-hand side. Looking straight up the middle. There's the break. Chloe Marconi from North Andover, Massachusetts, at the 22. Piper Lee is in chase. Piper Lee trying to take down the player, and that spills forward out of the hands. Hard luck right there. Good work, Piper Lee, to force that mistake.
Yeah, that is hard luck. She had the run. She had the distance, really. She just needed the control, the downward pressure to put it down and did all that work. But certainly this is hustle defense by Piper Lee to really cause the pressure to succumb or cause the player to succumb to the pressure. And it looks like she's injured on play.
Yeah, Chloe Marconi after that long run. Something may have happened on that last dive there. We'll hope she is okay. National Collegiate Rugby bringing you this Collegiate Rugby Championship weekend. This is games all day. We have these D3 semis, D2 semis coming up after this, followed by D1 and Premier semis, of course. Then we'll bring you the bowl and plate finals. The third and fourth place game, Division 3, 2, and 1. AA finals before the premiere. I know that was a lot, but you can get all that on the NCR app or on ncr.rugby. The website will show you everything you need to know to follow along today. Chloe Marconi is going to go off the field. We'll wish her the absolute best. We know her team would love her to continue on, as would she. We also have the College Rugby Show coming this afternoon.
I'm also going to wait a second just a bit further off the field for us our time, okay? Just, we don't want anyone getting in the way.
We get set here for Colorado School of Mines scrum after a great Piper Lee chase back that results in a knock-on. What we are going to see is a team that needs to go 95 meters to score this one.
Set.
Samantha Gregerson from Colorado Springs, Colorado gets the ball to Piper Lee. It slips out of her hands. Was that a knock-on? Gulls are right there. They're playing some advantage. If they do not score, it's held up.
By blue. And the forward pass, we have a scrum white.
So a knock-on there by the Colorado School of Mines. Yes, you're right, Phaedra.
Yeah, she received, essentially, it was a really tough pass to bring in. And the defense here, they just kind of gobbled her up. She fell a little awkwardly, I think.
Five. Set.
Big drive here by School of Mines. Great work. They're going to have to get this one set. Just driving that ball away. School of Mines has it. Piper Lee just puts it to the boot, gets it outside of the 22. So there's a foot race on. If the Gulls get it, they will be under pressure. Big kick forward. Well done there by School of Mines. Again, ball chipped forward. That player was held back. We'll see if that's a penalty. Amy Sessions did such great work there. The Pasadena, California sophomore for the Colorado School of Mines. They try to go quick. Piper Lee.
Yeah, you take a look here. That she took care of the kick. Moved this ball, 60, 70 meters down the pitch. That's a lot of work. erased. So it's good work there by Colorado Mine.
School of Mines coming out with a big hit from the Gulls. The Ore Diggers trying to find the room here. That's Aaliyah Lynn from Wellington, Colorado. Gets the ball back to the player started that big break, Amy Sessions. Ball's going to go back and squirt it out there. The Gulls wanting to try to take that, want to make them back to School of Mines. We're going to see which way the penalty goes. It's going to be hands in against the Gulls, so School of Mines still has it. 0-0, 4 minutes to go in this one. Player holding it, going off to that right-hand side. Looking there for Jade LaVale and finds her. Is there space up the middle here? Nice break coming in from Aaliyah Lynn. Aaliyah Lynn breaks that tackle. She has two players converging on her, so she's going to have to stop. Gets the ball up to Piper Lee. Piper Lee fights for the line, gets there. Cannot quite get the try. And here is the ball. Big hit flying in there. Marado tried to touch that one down. Every player on Mine's touching the ball right now. Doing a good job of it. Stuck in a little tight. They have a player a little slow to get up. Ball goes wider there. That's touchdown by Yana Marado is going to get that try from Riverton, Wyoming, a first-year player for the School of Mines team.
Yeah, and this is definitely a team try. Endicott did not make it easy for them, but they finally found that opening on the left side of the ruck. Take another look here, that second effort on the roll. Way to get 5 points on the board for Colorado School of Mines.
It was players getting looked at here under the posts. We will regather with that. The yellow card for the Gulls, so they're a player short. Coming up next, we have the D2 semifinals. First one is going to be Coastal Carolina taking on Coast Guard. Second one, Colorado Mesa versus University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Stay with us for those matchups as we get this championship day rolling here in Boyd's, Maryland. Maryland Soccerplex playing host to the Collegiate Rugby Championship. Mines player allowed to kick the ball here. Player up and okay. Kick was no good, so we're at 5-0. Oh, sorry. No, we're still going for the kick here. I thought they were at midfield. That one's good, so we're 7-0. The Ore Diggers over the Gulls.
There we go, and I'm guessing Piper Lee, being the star of this team, this Colorado School of Mines team, is looking to get that ball in hand and get some space. See if they can turn that ball over.
Big run there from Endicott. That's Landmesser taking it in, but a penalty against player not releasing. So they have the ball quickly, and they're going to go. Jade LaVale gets that one. So player's a little slow to get up. Lynn, but she seems to be okay. Moves the ball back to the other side. Piper Lee off the knee. Piper Lee, sun's not out, but the guns are out. Running down this left-hand side. Looking for some space now is the number 9, Samantha Gregerson. Players in from the Gulls rip that one away. They're close to the touchline and get taken in. So it's going to be a line out here for the Ore Diggers just at the 22.
Yeah, a little bit of hiccup on attack for the Mines, but good defense. You can see that defensive line. That's good alert play by Sessions to push that player into touch using that touch line as the 8th defender. Always a pleasure.
A little misconnection there from the Ore Diggers. Didn't get it back to the person they probably should have, but a high tackle creeps in. So here they go, Aaliyah Lynn. Aaliyah Lynn looking for the space. She's inside the 22. She's beaten 2 or 3. Gulls swarming. Referee telling the players to get their hands away, so this should be coming out here. Ball pops up. Players across this Ore Diggers team, everybody playing their role really well. Amy Sessions has been involved and gets that one. It is down again. Piper Lee has company when she gets the ball. Ball slips out of the hand that time. We have a knock-on.
Yeah, and that's Landmesser on defense for Endicott coming in with that pressures defense just in the face of the Mines attack. And it's a lot of back and forth here so far, John.
It certainly is. Ball in for the Gulls. Squirts out the back there. Skylar Laws is the one to put it in. Nice handoff there. Big runs coming here. Ball slips off the hands of the Gulls. We're going to go to halftime. And then it's going to be 7-0. The Colorado School of Mines or Diggers lead the Endicott Gulls. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment.
School of Mines on top of Endicott 7-0.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We usually do a shorter sevens trip in the spring, but nothing abroad that I've been a part of. So this is a much bigger step up for everyone. You learn a lot, the players learn a lot. They learn about themselves probably more so than anything else, but it's a great way to get the guys coming together. You know, we had a mix of A side, B side, forwards, backs, experienced, unexperienced, and they're all a lot closer now than they were before. From the game, from the experience, from seeing a new country all together. It was great. It's great to see them all come together.
All right, and we're coming back to the second half, but in that first half we had some really good defensive play here by Piper Lee to create that knock-on right in the try-zone, and then another defensive stand here by Endicott to turn the ball over. But this is where the magic happened, that extra roll by number 13 for the Mines, put them on the board, and has them here coming into the second half at 7-0.
Gulls will get us started here. Collegiate Rugby Championship Division III semifinal. Winner of this is going to take on MiraCosta in the finals this afternoon. Good rugby coming your way for this next 7 minutes as the School of Mines or Diggers will have a free kick in midfield. Aaliyah Lynn to take this one. She's had a couple little knocks here. Taking her some time to get up. I hope she's okay. On the edge here. Just 7-0. Just a converted try away for the Gulls. You see him swarming that breakdown. Did they rip that one away? No, they did not. Referee has other ideas, has players were in there. Here comes School of Mines. Ball slips. A little bit of a hallmark of this game early in the morning, so it's going to be a scrum here for the Gulls.
Yeah, both of these teams obviously undefeated on day one, put it all out on the field. So coming into day two, a little bit of mental fatigue perhaps, but it's an easy switch to turn and turn it around. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Player just goes a little ahead, so the pass cannot be made. Skylar Law is going to take that one in. The Gulls have players lined up out here. That doesn't go back, but they have to come back in the other direction there through Amy Sessions. Sessions has been steady throughout. Now they have some runners to the outside, but they're going to try to keep this one tight. Little offload there, down to the ground. Goes Caitlin Padek from East Hampton, Mass. Through the middle they come, looking for the handoff, but can't find it. Sessions. Now they have players out to the side if they can get it there quickly. Ball skips by. They have a little more work to do. Piper Lee in on the tackle. Layla Bear trying to make the case there and get by her. Hit coming in from the side there from Aaliyah Lynn from the School of Mines. The Gulls going to keep this one alive. Not making much ground, but keeping possession here, trying to find just that little break in the defense, and is that the one they need? Piper Lee on the chase. Piper Lee, a high tackle there. Skylar Laws. We will see. This may be a card which would be critical at this moment of the game.
Right
Phaedra?
over here, please. Right over here.
Yeah, I think it was a pull of the collar on the jersey, not the hair, but still, nonetheless, a high tackle. She released
But for
it.
the foul play, she would have scored. She would have scored. Go under the post. We have a penalty try. Time is on.
Penalty try, John.
This is going
Yeah,
to be
Phaedra. They're going to reward a penalty try here for that. They're saying the player clearly would have scored. So that's a penalty try and a yellow card. So the full 7 points. Don't kick the one. So we're all tied up, and Piper Lee will be in the bin for 2 minutes. Take another look, Phaedra.
Yeah, I don't believe she would have scored. I think if Piper Lee had made a better decision, perhaps, and just allowed herself to slide down to the legs, she would have definitely caught her before she scored the try. But you know, I understand the danger in the tackle and the nature of the tackle, but you know, nevertheless, it's 5 points obviously for Endicott. They're back into this game. That was a great, outstanding run. Endicott got the ball on the wing, and Piper Lee is sitting in the bin. Star player.
2 minutes without Piper Lee. Let's see what the Gulls can do. They started with a big hit. Colorado School of Mines dragged to the ground. That was Gregerson. Gulls trying to put the pressure on, but around the corner they come nonetheless. This has been another key player for this team. Can she go the distance? Pushes off for a little more acceleration, and Aaliyah Lynn is going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. Aaliyah Lynn is headed for the try zone, and a short-handed Colorado School of Mines, the Ore Diggers, are going to put another 5 on the board.
And Lynn has been doing a lot of work for this Mines team. She's had some really integral runs to get them into good territory. This opportunity here for her to open up and really showcase her speed and deceptive runs. That's beautiful. She tucked that ball in one hand and she knew she had it. Sometimes, you know, these gifts come in disguise. You got Piper Lee sitting on the bench, but it brought out the best of Lynn. So you got to take the good with the bad sometimes, and it sometimes works out for you.
14-7. Piper Lee must be pleased over there. Colorado School of Mines to get us going again here. Winner plays MiraCosta later on today, as we have said. Ball stays in for the Gulls. They need to do some work. Sabrina Rodriguez taking that one in. The ball squirts right in front of the post here. Dangerous days here for the Gulls. They need some points while Piper Lee is in the bin, and they're inside their own 22, getting dragged towards touch. Going to be able to hang on to that one, but the ball squirts out. They have runners out wide here, and they go for the kick. It gets bounced back, so it's anybody's ball. Leah Lynn going on, maybe a bit of a penalty, I thought.
Head in front of the kicker. Okay, no, what a penalty. We can't do that one. Hold. I'm still the game. You put your head. You go back. Thank you. Okay, hold.
We're waiting the call.
There you go. It's in front of the kicker. You can have penalty where she played on the scrum with a kick. Scrum with a kick. Look at here. Scrum here. Time is back on.
Gulls will take the scrum with about 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in this one. Up by a converted try are the School of Mines.
Ultimately, it's
Gulls
And I think-
keeping their own end. Go ahead.
Yeah, John, I think School of Mines is back to the full complement of 7 on the field. Oh, actually, no. I take that back. Piper Lee's still on the bench. So good decision by Endicott.
Ball ripped away. It's going to work out for School of Mines. There's Piper Lee. She is back in. And Piper Lee on her return from Jackson, Wyoming is going to touch that one down. Piper Lee, just a sophomore. Great try. And it looks like the School of Mines Ore Diggers are moving on to play MiraCosta.
Yeah, failure in execution here for Endicott leads to this tremendous scrum for the School of Mines. And look at that. Once she gets it in her hands that close to the try line, with a little bit of speed, you can't stop her.
Version is up. Oh, it just goes off the post. Colorado School of Mines had their lead 19-7 over Endicott.
Referee says there's 40 seconds left to go here. 19-7. That kick was no good. School of Mines, the Ore Diggers will start us off here. Piper Lee looking for that ball out of the air. Does not fall. Comes out of the hands of the Gulls. Gulls take that one. Winds up in touch.
We've got the ball going forward off white. We're going to have a blue
Piper
scrum
Lee
here.
took quite a shot for that one. A little slow to get up.
We've got an injury.
Yeah, a couple players bumped up there. Taking another look here. Piper Lee, ooh, that was a solid hit, legal hit. Full body weight going into that one.
Ultimately, it looks like
Five.
scrum
Set.
to the Ore Diggers.
Time is now expired. Time is now expired.
Time's expired, so they're going to kick this one through the double try scorer there, and it is going to be a win for the Ore Diggers. The Ore Diggers are going to move on, and they are going to play MiraCosta. We're going to step aside, be back with D2 semis in just a moment.
It's been so much fun. I love getting to meet people from different schools and different experiences. It's been surreal with everything that we've gotten to do here.
I think my favorite memory has to be the flag bearing before the World Cup ceremony, like getting to walk out there with teammates.
Welcome back. It's Division II semifinals at the Collegiate Rugby Championships. First game here is going to be the Coast Guard Academy Bears taking on the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina College. John Broke with World Rugby Hall of Famer Phaedra Knight bringing you this semifinal. Winner of this one will take on the winner of the next game, Colorado Mesa versus University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Right now, both off the East Coast, Coastal Carolina and Coast Guard. One from the north, one from the south, getting us underway here. Coastal Carolina receives that ball wearing white. Coast Guard Academy in the darker colors there. Oh, pardon me, I've got that reversed. It is Coast Guard in the white and orange, Coastal Carolina in the blues, as Coast Guard gets us going right away. Coast Guard, you know you're never going to have to worry about fitness with this team. They have some talented players, great program. Coming out of Connecticut, turn that one over, spilled forward, so they come back here to a scrum. Phaedra, physical start for these teams.
Yeah, pretty physical, but it started here. Take a look. Oh, that's that bend, not break defense by Coastal Carolina to come in and lay that tackle and cause that knock on. That's what you want.
Straight out. All right, come here. This will be here. Bang.
Referee's going to bring that one up. Coastal Carolina will just set this down again. The Chanticleers. Big drive. Coast Guard's going to take that one away. It comes off the foot, so they're fine to go. We kick back to Coastal Carolina. Kennedy Reboyne has that one as they move this one out to this left-hand side. Looking for the outside width, cutting back in. Not quite the pass they would have wanted there. Kariah Scott put that one in. Ball now back to Paige Burns. Paige Burns puts it to the ground. Coast Guard getting their defense set there. Scott has the ball again, gets it out a little wider. Into the hands of a waiting player. Ball comes back there again to Scott. Scott looking for the corner. She's from Taylor, South Carolina. Ball back into the hands of Sierra Kramer. Scott passes it. Getting in the middle there, our Coast Guard. Coast Guard now near the line. Taking a big hit. That's it. Player offside, so the ball is there, so Coast Guard has a hold of it. Coast Guard coming in there through Rouen. She's not going to be able to make it. Looking at players, ball a little tight here. Up into the hands of Victoria Royal. Big push coming in from Coastal Carolina, but in from the side, this Coastal Carolina Chanticleer's team is going to have to be wary of those penalties as the ball gets put down on the ground. Try awarded to Mirabella Ruan from Needville, Texas. The United States Coast Guard Academy Bear puts down 5 points.
Yeah, and this is a try, the result of lack of discipline by this Coastal Carolina crew. 3 penalties in a row, backs them up on the line, and this is good heads-up play by Coast Guard to just drive it in. Got it down. All she needed was the tip of the ball, the very least, to get down, and it did.
Welcome. How about our Coast Guard fans?
Kick no good, so 5-0 Coast Guard Academy, the Bears, to kick off to the Chanticleers. Chanticleers have ball in hand and a try they need to level things up. Good offload there. It's been strong Coast Guard defense. Coast Guard tackle coming in there from Jasmine Mendez from Cromwell, Connecticut. Ball back in the hands of Paige Burns. Paige Burns moves it out. Let's have 2 runners out here. They're headed a little sideways here, but looking forward to Sierra Kramer. She finds a corner and turns it. Gets taken by the jersey, gets the ball to Scott. Scott gets taken down. Coast Guard going in to take that ball. They have gotten the penalty. They've forced the Chanticleers back there.
Yeah, the support just not there for Coastal Carolina. Made a good run, but just could not maintain the support they needed.
Trying to dig in there are the Chanticleers, but it comes back to the Bears. Coast Guard Academy driving forward. Nice break there. Nice handoff from the Coast Guard across to 22. Going to get taken down there is Carabel Hartog, but in they come. They've got runners to the outside. They've got an extra runner if they want to go. The corner is open. Can they make it happen? Try awarded to Coast Guard. That is Anna Gradell touching that one down. She's from New London, Connecticut, right where the Coast Guard Academy is, and she's got 5 points.
Yeah, Hartog started it with this nice run. She had the ball in both hands, just ran through 2 players, saw that seam, saw that gap. Nice presentation on that ruck, and then Coast Guard able to get it out to Gradell. So she gets her 3rd try of the weekend, her first for today.
Coast Guard Academy extending their lead. 10-0, kick to come, a minute and a half in the first. Ball bounces for the Chanticleers. Nice handoff going around the outside there. 2 key players clearly standing up. Coastal Carolina, that's Sierra Kramer. Gets the ball back to Kariah Scott, sorry. Little handoff from the Chanticleers. They're looking to punch their way through. That was Cassandra Cirella. Paige Burns coming in that distributor role again. Paige Burns goes down the right-hand side. Player runs. The other players do not follow, so they're going to get a flat pass back. Coast Guard playing this one smart, making sure they've everybody covered there as Sierra Kramer comes in again, but ripped away by the Academy. It's a player who started it just before, Maya Carabajal Hartog, but they go a little wider this time, and it's going to be another try for the Coast Guard Academy before halftime. Coast Guard, that is Jasmine Mendez touching that down. She's a junior at the Academy.
Guys, for sure.
Yeah, and Hartog, playing another major role in this score. Runs it up, takes the ball, runs it up. Look at that. Again, bouncing players off of her. And then the ball gets scooted out. That's nice. A nice little stutter step and turn out by Mendez to get her first 5 of the day.
That's 15-0. We're going to go to halftime. We'll be right back.
It's been so much fun. I love getting to meet people from different schools and different experiences. It's been surreal with everything that we've gotten to do here.
I think my favorite memory has to be the flag bearing before the World Cup ceremony, like getting to walk out there with teammates and bear our country's flag before watching our country play in the World Cup was an insane moment for me personally. One of my favorite memories is probably the bus ride back after we won our first game. It was kind of quick right after we got here, but we bonded really quick with everyone and it was a lot of fun and we celebrated and had a great ride back.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show. The fall season is upon us. We have a brand new division, now 4 men's divisions, 4 women's divisions. We've had that in sevens. We're going to be coming to you once every other week here in this video podcast form.
I'm excited for a season of telling college rugby's best stories.
We deserve to be here. We're going to keep, representing.
That was, to me, the biggest testament for the future of the game.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country, and
these scores, these tries scored, 2 tries scored in the first half by Coast Guard. John, take a look here. This is the last one, that nice little run around, but Hartog at the heart of both of these tries. Tremendous work. Let's see what she's going to give us in the second half.
We will find out. These teams have been very strong. Coastal Carolina down 3 unconverted tries, so they need to do some work here. They get the ball first. Coastal Carolina's Chanticleers. You're wondering what a Chanticleer is? It is from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. It's a very proud rooster that outwits a fox. A little knowledge for you on this Sunday morning. And here come the Chanticleers. Big run coming here. This is just what they may need if they can get to the corner. Was that a high tackle by the shirt? This may see something similar to what we saw in the first. Mariah Scott, it's just going to be a penalty. Here come Coastal Carolina. Player missed, so Paige Burns has to come in. The referee says that ball was not out, so it's going to be a penalty here. Nearly fast thinking there by Mirabella Ruan. Penalty for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, the aggression, you gotta appreciate it. It just needs to be a bit tamed.
A little short pass there. Just going to set that one up. Coast Guard trying to force it around the breakdown as the ball comes out here to Coastal Carolina. Looking for Scott. It's Hamilton that had that ball. Pick that one up and get it to Kennedy Reboyne from Shakopee, Minnesota. This time a penalty for not releasing, so Coast Guard has the ball. See if they're going to go quick or slow this one down.
Well, you see both teams, especially Coastal Carolina, really trying to play a faster game, get that ball off, but when it doesn't happen, this type of thing happens, right? Turnover occurs, and then things go the other way.
Battle of the number 11s out here. Coast Guard winning this one right now. Mendez streaking towards the line. Leighton trying to catch. Last ditch here for Leighton. She gets the ankles. Was that knocked forward? I think that was good. Try awarded to Mendez. And it's going to be another 5 points here for the Coast Guard.
Well, Hartog is the assist woman. I'm telling you, very impressed with her performance and with this young lady, Jasmine Mendez, with the speed, confidence, and actually the perseverance to get that ball down. She did have control with the downward pressure. It was quick. There we go. But she downed it. No question about it.
(20-0). Coast Guard Academy to lead. 4 minutes to go in this one. Winner plays the winner of the next matchup. Colorado Mesa versus University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Ball bounces. Coastal Carolina can't handle it. It comes back into the hands of Coast Guard. Coast Guard, big handoff there from Hartog. Adrian's been talking about the influence of this player. That looked like a big old knock forward there.
Well, penalty first.
Okay. Just this penalty.
And you'll see Coast Guard is going to slow it down a little bit. They've got a commanding lead. No need to rush.
I got time off.
Woof. That's a big collision there. Hartog involved. She's getting a little bit of attention there, I think. She's been working, feeling the fatigue of the third game within the last 24 hours.
You're on and off, okay?
These players put a lot of work in,
Wait, hold on.
but nothing can prepare you for a match like a match.
Certainly.
You have to.
Carabayal Hartog there comes off the field, so they're up 20-0. A chance to give her to rest until the next one. Victoria Royal is going to take that in. The Camden, North Carolina native for Coast Guard. Ball ripped away by Coastal Carolina. Where will it come back? It's going to go back to the Coast Guard Academy. The Bears on the move out here, looking to the outside. Little slip there. That got knocked forward. We'll go to a scrum. 3 minutes to go in this second half.
Yeah, support there for Coast Guard. Slightly, half a step behind. Puts pressure on that passer to get that ball to the hands, and sometimes that's just a timing issue. Support would be better served to be a little bit quicker.
Ball stolen away there by Coast Guard Academy. Good work by them. Marley King straightens it up. Marley King looking for someone to offload to. Have to go to the ground. Well done. Extra player in there, but they'll find the room. Coast Guard Academy to the ground again. They've brought in some players. Isabella Rivera in now as they move the ball a little wider to Fontana. Fontana gets the ball back, slips through a couple of hands, but doesn't go forward, so they are okay. Mendez moves that ball. Riddell isolating herself on that side of the field if she doesn't make it here, but it looks like she's going to cruise in for the try. She's there. Did she get it down? Referee, assistant referee happy. 5 points for Andrew Riddell. Riddell with another try.
Yeah, she saw the corner. All she had to do was turn it, and she did. Opened up the stride, had one to beat, and actually just came within millimeters of going in the touch. So that was actually a good play to get that ball down right away.
All right. Are you okay? Okay.
Referee checking on everyone.
Minute and a half left. Minute left.
Referee says there's 1 minute to go.
All right. You got the hit.
Coast Guard. Off the foot of a Coastal Carolina player, back into the hands of Coast Guard. Not what you want with this time left, but 25-0. Coast Guard Academy, it looks like they're going through to play the winner of Colorado Mesa versus Eau Claire up next. Not done scoring potentially are the Coast Guard Academy. They do not have any quit or relax in them. Still playing Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers will play in the third and fourth place game. Other Division II semifinal on this stadium field right after that, followed by D1. And then your premier as they come around the corner. It's going to be yet another try for Riddell. Last one around the right, this one around the left. Riddell with a hat trick. 3 tries in this semifinal.
Riddell showing she can do it all on both sides of the pitch, backing herself, looking behind, assessing her support, assessing her defense. Look at that head on the swivel. If I need to be critical, the only thing I would suggest is putting that ball into the left hand, but it didn't really matter. Great work by Riddell.
That is the end of that one. We're going to come back with Eau Claire versus Colorado Mesa. Phaedra is going to step aside. Isabella Corral is going to come into this one. We'll talk to you later, Phaedra.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of like the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country and have different levels of playing, and they become lifelong friends by the time they leave Northeastern, and these trips are kind of where those memories are built.
I mean, it's an absolutely great experience. I mean, I would highly recommend. A lot of planning involved, but if you get it done, it could be some of the best moments of your life.
The Coast Guard Academy Bears have booked their way to the finals. The winner of this one, Colorado Mesa versus University of Wisconsin Eau Claire, will match up with them. It is the Blue Golds versus the Mavericks. John Broker with Isabella Corral for this matchup. It's a privilege to play in that finals, but they have to get through this one first. Just about to get ourselves underway. The Blue Golds will be kicking this one off. Colorado Mesa to receive. Colorado Mesa from Grand Junction, Colorado, knocked that one forward. There's Wisconsin Eau Claire, obviously from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, are going to have the first scrum here. Isabella, great attacking opportunity.
Definitely a great attacking opportunity indeed. Scrum pieces, especially this early on in the game, you have a lot of time left on the clock, so you don't have to worry about a scrum getting in the way at all. In fact, you could do a lot off of it this early on in the game.
Ball coming here from Eau Claire. They get it back. A little pressure coming on, so don't take it on the run. But here come the Blue Golds. Blue Golds pressing that space, get it to the outside. It's going to be an early one for Maggie Kane from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. The sophomore touches down, and that's 5 points for the Blue Golds.
They set that up beautifully. Fantastic job from the girls in the Blue Golds, just like you said, right off of the scrum. Good, holding it, drawing in that defender, pops it to 12, keeps pulling her on in, and a gorgeous little offload there, and there's no one to guard her, and taps it on down, putting on the first points for her team this early in the morning. What a great way to start out the game.
Oh, it certainly is. Eau Claire coached by Derek Wagner and Rachel Showalter. Colorado Mesa by Jennifer Morrison and Mackenzie Lewis in the semifinals, Division II here at the Collegiate Rugby Championship. National Collegiate Rugby's Sevens showpiece. Under the way again we go. Madison Cornell is the kicker. Puts a nice high one up, and here is Colorado Mesa. Want to get a better start. That ball bobbles as well. They're inside their own 22. Pressure coming on there. Geiger making that tackle. They go to the boot to Colorado Mesa. They're trying to put on the foot race here. There was no sweeper, so there's an interesting tactic. The ball comes up to Eau Claire. Scout Spadoni takes that one in. Spadoni sets it up. Colorado Mesa not going to move those immovable objects, and here come the Blue Golds again. Is the corner going to open up? Does the speed come? Eau Claire to turn back in. Margaret Benke from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Into the middle of the field they go, but that ball sails into Colorado Mesa hands. Little mistake there. Reese Williams offloads that one. Reese Williams gets the ball away to Gallweiler. Sage Gallweiler takes it in. Player has to roll away there for the Blue Golds and does not. So we have a Colorado Mesa penalty, but a bit of bother here for Sage Gallweiler. Looks to be a fairly bad injury. The medics are coming on the field. We'll be hoping the best for this player, Isabella. We're going to step aside while they attend to this young lady.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of like the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country and have different levels of playing, and they become lifelong friends by the time they leave Northeastern, and these trips are kind of where those memories are built.
I mean, it's an absolutely great experience. I mean, I would highly recommend. A lot of planning involved, but if you get it done, it could be some of the best moments of your life.
We are back. Player is going to come off the field. We thought that might be an extended break, but we wish the best for this player from Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa will have the ball on a penalty here. Blue Gold's just up 5-0, so just outside of the 22. Carpeel has this one. Genevieve Carpeel from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Stand back on.
And off we go, Carpeel. Outside the 22, they move that ball on one of their set penalty plays here. Cut it back in, keeping the ball alive. Can't quite find their way through yet. Is this the outside chase they want? Little cut in, little cut out. Back inside, goes to the ground there, does Chloe Coop. Ripped away there by Spadoni. She has been excellent so far in this one. Sorry, that was Autumn Knoll. This is Spadoni. Just saw the 8 as they go to the outside to the Blue Goals. The foot race is on. Gonna be won here by the Blue Goals, just getting away from the player. There's a 22 headed towards the try line. University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire gonna touch this one down. That's Maggie Kane from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. That's her second. 2 tries here in the CRC semifinals.
She seems to be having a good time out there. What a run from the girls in the blue and gold right here. She's able to do a quick offload over the player, pops it to 12, who gets it out to the wing right there. Maggie going for a run, and she goes to grab the arm, kind of pushing her away so she can't grab her by the jersey and drag her on down. Good awareness of the player on her in those moments, and she was just able to sprint on forward and scoring another try for her team. They're playing good and they're playing well. You know, when you have an opposing player on the opposite team get down and get injured in those moments, now's your time to strike. The other team could be a little bit nervous and or in their head in some reason, and they did well.
Ball there goes to the outside for Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa taking the ground with a big hit again. Blue Gold's on defense. That kick was good, so it's 12-0. 2 minutes 45 to go in this first half. Ball coming across. Little move there. Here comes Colorado Mesa. These will be points they need if they can stretch it out to the try line. Kaylee Burns from Denver, Colorado. Kaylee Burns, the sophomore, gets 5 points in this semifinal. Kick to come. Great work there. 5 points to Colorado Mesa.
Kaylee Burns burned that run all the way through. You see people were just trying to grab her by the jersey and take her on down, but no one could really get a lower stance and make that tackle. So she ran all the way up and scored a try immediately. That was a lot of running, but she did a fantastic job and is putting on the first point for her team here in this half.
Great try there from Burns. For that, it was converted, so we're 12-7. Burns will get us started again with a restart. Blue Golds will receive. Minute 45 to go in the first. Blue Golds. Can they turn this over Mesa? Players driven out of the way, so full complement of runners on the outside here. But going straight up the middle there for the Blue Golds was Knoll. A little knock-on creeps in there. Hard luck for Benke, so it's going to be a scrum here to Colorado Mesa.
Yeah, good movement from them overall. It happens sometimes. The ball doesn't go to hand the way that you need it to, but hopefully they can capitalize on this scrum and get some movement.
Ball will come in here from Colorado Mesa. The try scorer, Burns, to put this one in. Ball drives early. Referee's not going to penalize, however. We're just going to set this back together. Be another scrum here. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Winner of this plays the Coast Guard Academy in the championship matchup. Ball out here from Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa gets a little stuck in there. To the wing they go. Looking to get around the corner. Not going to happen. Player dragged down near touch. But Mesa's going to try to get this one back. Blue Goals have to be careful. They had some hands in there. The referee's going to penalize. It was Colorado Mesa that ended up pushing the ball backwards. Good work around the breakdown from the Blue Golds.
Yeah, it was really good work right there along the edge. We're coming now into the end of the first half, so this playoff of a scrum is going to be really important if they want to get a little bit of a lead here.
Blue Golds, the opportunity they call for the scrum off of the penalty here. They just want to isolate some players in a smaller area, so there's room out wide for some runners. You see the coaches there, Rachel Showalter, as we said, Derek Wagner, watching on. Blue Golds coming out to the right-hand side, looking for open grass. It's there. The corner is open, but the ball bobbles, slips. Are they going to bring this one back? Referee whistles. And it is going to be halftime, 12-7. The Blue Golds lead Colorado Mesa. The Mavericks will be back for the second half in just a minute.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, you know, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of like the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country and have different levels of playing, and they become lifelong friends by the time they leave Northeastern, and these trips are kind of where those memories are built.
I mean, it's an absolutely great experience. I mean, I would highly recommend. A lot of planning involved, but if you get it done, it could be some of the best moments of your life.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready, up.
Video captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby! If you're on the fence of going on a tour, get over the fence. Go on the tour, reach out to Rugby Travel Ireland. They've been incredible to work with. They've been so kind, so knowledgeable, and
we're back here, day 3 with the CRCs. Guys, we have been seeing this game continually from beginning to halftime now. What an absolute attack from the Blue Golds coming out here. Your girl once again scoring it now 2 times in a row. Fantastic job for them. Colorado Mesa coming in clean too with long, beautiful runs all the way through. They're both showing excellent athleticism here early on in this morning. Day 3 running on compromised legs, but they look good. This is a game worth watching. After all, whoever wins this is going into the finals.
Coast Guard awaits in those finals of Collegiate Rugby Championships. Colorado Mesa kicks off. They're down 7-12. An unconverted try in it. The Blue Golds get that ball. University of Wisconsin Eau Claire Blue Golds. There's been 2 tries to this player's name so far. Not going to be another one just yet. But away go the Blue Golds. Ball squirts, but a penalty illegally so. So we're going to come back here. The Blue Golds, we'll see what they decide to do. Are they going to go quick? They're going to call for a scrum. This Blue Golds team, first game beat Syracuse, second game beat Fairfield. Colorado Mesa, on the other hand, beat South Florida, and then Roger Williams to bring themselves here. Coast Guard waiting on the other side. Scrum called. They have a great attacking position here, Isabella.
They do, and I mean, they have Maggie Kane right there on the edge, so the best thing they could do in these moments is get it right back out to her. She has scored 2 tries so far in this game, and as Colorado, you got to be thinking that player has to be locked down.
Colorado Mesa going to take this one. Colorado Mesa gets the short arm penalty, just a free kick, so they're going to take this one. Key player there, Kaylee Burns, takes it into contact. They're just inside their own half. Need those 5 points as they move the ball a little bit wider. There's a runner at width here. See if they can get the corner. That's what they want. They want to get Chloe Coop in a foot race, and this is a foot race Chloe Coop can win. Chloe Coop across the 22. Chloe Coop may tie this up. Chloe Coop at the post. Stopped just on the other side there by Spadoni, but she's able to touch it down. 5 points. We have a tie game.
That was a great move there between Coop and Steele. Steele passing it on down to Coop, who's able to make that run all the way around Maggie. She gave a chase all the way through, but it was Coop who was able to come out on top there and just sprinted off of that touch line and tapped it on down.
Kick is good from the whistle there, so it is going to be a full 7 points. Coop at 4'11". Just goes around the corner. You saw the size difference with Spadoni there at 5'11". Difference in players in this sport. Room for everybody. as we are in a lead change. Colorado Mesa ahead of University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, 14-12. 2 points in it, plenty of time, 4.5 minutes. Blue Gold's ball back in hand. Blue Golds hit the ground there. Madison Cornell Boar squirts out the back, so they're going to have to move it quickly, and they do. That one gets knocked forward, so it's an advantage here to Colorado Mesa. Will come back for their scrum.
Looking to really move the ball here. Colorado Mesa going to be very close into their try zone, and they have an opportunity here if they can send it out to the wing, but they got Maggie on the side for the Blue Gold, so if they can get around her, this is a great opportunity for them to keep that lead and to put themselves a little farther forward.
Blue Golds take that one away, but pass it back to no one in particular, so they've got a lot of work to do. Ball on the ground, fight for it. Who's going to come back with it? It looks like the Blue Golds. The referee's going to whistle, but he saw a knock on, so Colorado Mesa is going to have a scrum, Isabella, right on the 5-meter line. Changes coming in, but an attacking opportunity to extend this lead.
This is exactly what they want, and this is a perfect spot to have a scrum. You can honestly swing it out to the wing where you got Cooper on the edge, or you can try to do a pick and run along the outside right there and just tap it on in. They're about, 10 meters away from that try line. They are close, and they can taste victory.
3.5 minutes. The referee whistles time back on. Ball to come in here from Burns. Is Blue Gold's advantage. They're at their own try line. They're 5 meters out, going to come back to a penalty against Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa not able to extend this lead, but still up by 2. Blue Golds have 95 meters to go. Looking for the speedster, get it out in the middle field. There's some defense, but not in a wall there. So we'll see what happens. Are they isolated? Ball in, and it's an advantage here. Great work, Colorado Mesa. Get inside that breakdown, and now they have a penalty, and they're going to go quick. Quickly get the ball out in the hands of Case Simons. Simons moves, they're going to come back in the other direction. They get the ball to Coop. Coop, one player in this time, so just feeds it outside. Cross they come again to Simons. Simons looking to get that pass away. Cannot do it, so they're going to have to recycle, and they do. Room open down the right. First pass good. They've got a 2-on-1. May not need it. Coming around the corner, Colorado Mesa going to touch this one down. Another try looking good here for Colorado Mesa. The Mavericks, that's a Bentley Stayart. It is try awarded.
Bentley Stayart being the girl who's able to draw it all the way in and touch it down. But that was a multiple phase play there from her players who started it off, picking it off well, and then just a recyclement of those players all the way down the line that got it out to her. She was on the edge and she was able to take it in. You saw that she did have some support there from her player number 9, Kaylee Burns, who was always there running with her, and just that assistance and that knowledge that, hey, she's got her on the side allowed her to run her all the way in.
Stayart, one of 4 first-year players on this Colorado Mesa squad, so keep an eye on them. Having to kick that ball, they're up 19-12, so 7 points in it. Not what you need there for the Blue Golds. Ball knocked on the restart, so scrum coming with 1.5 minutes to go. You can bet Colorado Mesa will happily take their time about this one.
Yeah, Colorado Mesa coming in very strong from the immediate attack of the Blue Golds in that first half, but they're coming out like a new team, very fresh and very new. They're hitting very hard, and they're locking on to their defensive players rather than just chasing the ball around. Great work from Colorado Mesa.
After this, we have the D1 and Premier semifinals coming up. I'll step away. Lance Kavanaugh will come on with Isabella for those. Then we move into the medal rounds later today, starting about 1 o'clock. We have some Shield finals, Bowl finals at 11:40 and 12. And then we start handing out hardware. Right now, Colorado Mesa looking to book their way into a matchup with Coast Guard. That one sails off of Coop's hands a little bit forward, but referee not noticing it. Coop has to come in, drive that ball off. Ball comes back, penalty. Player coming off their feet for the Blue Golds. 30 seconds on the game clock, looking good here for the Mavericks.
Penalty against Eau Claire.
Slow down, take their time here. Referee may have said there is no time left. Referee looks at it, referee whistles. Colorado Mesa is going to move into the championship match against the Bears from the Coast Guard Academy. That matchup this afternoon, scheduled for 1:58. We will see you then. I'm going to step aside. Lance Kavanaugh is going to come on. D1 semis coming up next.
If you're on the fence of going on a tour, get over the fence. Go on the tour, reach out to Rugby Travel Ireland. They've been incredible to work with. They've been so kind, so knowledgeable, and just so professional throughout the whole process. So I cannot endorse them enough. It's been an incredible experience here on the ground. The girls are having an amazing time, and so am I. So if you're thinking about it, just make the commitment, do it, and we'll see you here. We are having a rugby tour in Newcastle, England with the All-Americans from NCR, and we're having an incredible time. So these tours are so incredibly important for our All-Americans because they get
And welcome to the National 7 semifinals between Colorado State versus Colorado. In-state rivalry live here. CRC action. My name is Lance Kavanaugh. I am joined in the booth by Isabella Corral. And Isabella, championship moments are made by semifinal moments. You got to be excited for this game now.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that we're here in the semifinals and also the two teams that are playing here in the semifinals. These girls are going to be coming at it hard. We have an in-state rivalry. These schools have had a rivalry in every single division of sport that they've had, and it's going to be an exciting game. They are going for blood in this, and I'm excited to see it.
Both teams having to get through a gauntlet of competition to make it to this semifinal moment. You can see players hitting cartwheels on the field. They're enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. Isabella, with this kickoff, 2 more games to be national champions. What's going through the minds of some of these players as they prepare for what might be the biggest games of their current rugby lives?
Honestly, probably just excitement. You can just see the joy that they have on the pitch right now. They're about to give it their all, and they're going to leave it on the pitch. I got to see Colorado State play earlier on in the year, and these girls have got some fire behind their rugby. I'm excited, and I hope that the rest of the audience is excited as we start this kickoff right here.
As we prepare for the kickoff, Colorado State in the green from your right to left. Colorado receiving the kickoff, wearing the intimidating black kit. As that kickoff is held and contained easily. Wayward pass out of the first ruck, but no big deal. Scooped up, and now Colorado is on the charge, advancing the ball. Big collisions in the middle of the field. Strong carry by this Colorado side. And just when you think they're stopped, no, more leg drive, more meters gained, and this could be dangerous if Colorado State doesn't get these ball carriers down immediately. Colorado choosing to go a little deep, and the space opens up yet again. Hard charging run. The physicality from this Colorado side might be what leads the day, as Colorado has opened up multitudes of space on the top of your screen. Left foot step just tripped up, an opportunity to break squandered by this Colorado State side. Defense bending, but not breaking, still staying in front of the ball carrier. Pick and go, choosing to go near to that ruck. Grabbed up immediately. The space is on the bottom of your screen. Let's see if Colorado can move to that area. Off of the catch, right foot step, ever to gain more meterage, and little by little, phase by phase, ball movement by ball movement, Colorado is finding a way to squeak closer, get closer. And as Colorado State does what they can to try to poach the ball, rucks are properly resourced. And now with an opportunity to go in, finishing an amazing try, Colorado goes in to score for our first points in this national semifinal.
Noelle, number 6, coming in immediately off of that and running it. You know, yes, she was able to score the try right here. Fantastic job to her. But actually, she started off way back there. She was the girl who was powering all the way through and able to take us all the way to the point where we're at right now. And she just accepted that ball, knew what she had to do, knew she had the power to blow them up, and sets it right down in the center.
Noelle Bear able to show that she is unstoppable and determined. The Colorado Springs native putting points on for this Colorado side early. And you see, she is relaxed, she is poised. And that's Lucy Hoffman dancing and preparing for Colorado's kickoff after that opening try. Prepare for this kickoff. They choose to go to the emptier side. Ball hits the ground. Colorado State able to get clean hands on the ball. Swung around, tackle, looked like it was extremely flat and was a loose ball. Both teams diving, determined to get the ball back for their side. Colorado able to get possession. A little bit of a miscue on that outside edge. Line just a little bit shorter than expected, thinking that her teammate was a bit deeper, but Colorado able to gather back up that ball and get back on attack. We have a trainer on the field, which has forced the referee to stop and pause to make sure safety is paramount here in this game. It looks like we'll have a scrum to Colorado. And the speed of this game has already picked up a bit. Colorado State not able to keep possession, but both teams are obviously determined here, Isabel.
They are very determined. Pointing it out here for Colorado, you got to admit Noel, for one, as well as Hoffman, are coming in so strong with aggressive hits, and they're putting themselves as playmakers throughout this entire thing. You have Hoffman on one side of the pitch, and you have Noel on the other side of the pitch, and with them together, they're able to clean it up in the middle and have that confidence that, hey, we have two strong players that are going to lead us no matter where that ball goes down in Colorado State's territory. And I think for Colorado State, just realizing, hey, these are the girls that we're playing up against, and here's where the best players are located, and then trying to play around them, create that space, and then get some good plays off of it.
We've seen earlier Noel Bear able to drag multiple defenders, force Colorado State to make the decision. Colorado going to a stacked formation behind the scrum, giving them options either left or right, choosing to go to the open side. The pressure, able to force a wayward pass, and now Colorado is forced to play just a little bit further back. Clean passes, backflip, hands, but Colorado State is using that line pressure defensively to close out the space and shut the door. As you see on the top of your screen, that outside defender stepping up to play the passing lane. But now we have a run in open field. Nellie Beal able to gain some meters, but unable to keep possessions. Colorado State with their first defensive stop here, Isabella.
Yeah, good work from Colorado State. They're now coming in a lot stronger and harder, really attacking, but there have been a lot of little injuries happening on the pitch today. It's day 3. These girls have been going through a really hard weekend here at the CRCs, and we're kind of seeing it now coming into the semifinals, but the adrenaline, the power, the push forward, this is what they work for, and I know that everyone is super excited to just put it into practice.
Well, you see how determined they were to jump on that loose ball earlier in this first half. Choosing to take the scrum after that not release penalty, says Colorado State. I wonder what they have inside of their playbook, what they've been working on the schoolyard. Referee sets up for this scrum, blows it up and stands them up.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
As you can see, bloody nose player at the top of your screen took a break just to get cleaned up. Hopefully she'll be back in the action very soon, as Colorado State able to get that ball out of the scrum and bringing in multiple defenders, finds the offload, and we have a runaway. Can Colorado make the stop? They cannot, and Hunter McGruin going in to score, and does she have what it takes? Absolutely, with multiple Colorado defenders barreling down, able to put the ball down under the sticks, and Colorado State answers here in this semifinal.
Hunter McGrowan, the wing who made it all the way, flying to that tri-zone. Fantastic work from Colorado State, coming off of it immediately. What a great play off of the scrum. Watching it back here, it's a good draw in to the defense. They did a great job overloading their defensive side of Colorado and then just sprinting onto the ball. Number 25, once again, Hunter McGrowan, taking it all.
And she was hunting for that try line. Look at the determination on her face. Colorado State answers back after Colorado seemed to hold the momentum for so much of this early first half. And she was checking on our scoreboard on the ground at the stadium, seeing where the defense was, able to use that technology to see if she had a clear path, and she absolutely did. As now Colorado not hitting the conversion gives us a 5-7 scoreline. Colorado State down. But with 30 seconds left, so much time in this game, but the points before halftime are so important. Can Colorado find a way to take the lead, or Colorado State, find a way to take the lead, or can Colorado extend their lead? Big barreling run from Nellie Beal. She showcased herself already earlier, and now she's showing the power that she has. Left foot step by Bear, the try scorer, and she refuses to go down, taking 4 or 5 Colorado State players to even think of bringing her to the floor. As Colorado now recycles the ball. Space on the bottom part of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Do they have what it takes? Hoffman looks like she was going to try to pick the corner, grabbed and dragged and swung down. But Colorado, ever so poised, found a way to resource the ruck. Had many options, hesitate, picking and choosing, decides to go weak. And that just condenses this Colorado State defense. Forced to play up and out, able to find that inside line off that left foot step, says Rebecca. And immediately Colorado is playing with a bit of speed, able to recycle themselves. But the ball was not out, and the referee will call from the side against Colorado State. Colorado choosing to go with the scrum here and might set up that same formation they had earlier, stacked behind the scrum. Both teams settle in for what might be the last play of this half. Such a speed this game is playing at, and both teams defensively are bringing the ruckus here, Isabella.
They really are. I mean, Hannah Better, number 5, as well as number 6, those two girls have been very crucial in drawing in Colorado State's defense and not allowing them to let up.
Running a switch play, looping play to get the ball to the outside. Nellie Beal dragged down again. So much work to bring her to the ground. So much work to bring Bear to the ground. Colorado State really has to put in a lot of effort into these tackles. Big bounce off, and that might open the space for Lucia Hoffman, who runs right into the chest of a Colorado State defender. Able to keep possession, says Colorado State. Another strong carry, and Colorado has figured out a way to force these Colorado State multitude of defenders to get involved with these rucks. Able to steal the ball. The poach was absolute class, and now Colorado State with an opportunity to go forward, and that kick trickles out of bounds, and we finally make it to halftime. Colorado holding a 7-5 advantage over Colorado State here in these semifinals. We'll be right back with more CRC action.
We are having a rugby tour in Newcastle, England with the All-Americans from NCR, and we're having an incredible time. So these tours are so incredibly important for our All-Americans because they get to up their skills by having coaches that they don't normally work with, teach them new skills, new drills, new ways to apply their points of difference in the game. They get to experience a new culture out here, new foods. I'm sure most of them haven't had beans on toast ever, and they're definitely experiencing that here, but they're also getting a chance to watch players that they look up to playing in the Women's Rugby World Cup here in England, which is incredibly important for them to see these people, because if you could see it, you can be it, and we are so happy that our athletes can see the Eagles, and I know they also want to be the Eagles, so this is a massive opportunity for them.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we are back here at the Collegiate Rugby Championship National Sevens with our national semifinal, Colorado State versus Colorado. Both teams absolutely playing physical, but Colorado able to take the edge here early in this semifinal, Isabella.
Yeah, they're coming in really good and clean. Both teams playing high aggressive rugby, and it's really anyone's game at this point.
No, you didn't. It went under the
second try of the game. Colorado State unable to convert on the under the sticks try. Referee having a conversation about was that conversion good. So we're at a 5-7 Colorado advantage over Colorado State. And the rivalry lives on the way this game has been played out. Colorado bringing the physicality and tackle. Colorado State punching back, figuring out a way to get a long-range try and able to bring this score close as now Colorado accepts the opening kickoff. And with the steal earlier in that first half, gallops to the try zone, and no one's going to catch her. Sierra Gallup able to go all of the way, and another long-range try by Colorado State.
The girl who galloped all the way home. I mean, you've heard it before. You can't put a horse in a stall for long before they got to break out, and she broke out right there, number 9, sprinting it like she hasn't run in a long time. Look at her go. I mean, what an excellent show right here of just speed and athleticism. I love it, and a great job coming off of the second half for Colorado State.
If ever a moment to make an impact, how about immediately after halftime, giving Colorado State a good opportunity. That ball bounces off of the uprights, and with 2 tries, neither converted, it is now a 3-point game. Colorado State holding a slim 3-point lead over Colorado. The physicality of Colorado has shown up, but the speed of Colorado State has really made an imprint on this scoreboard, Isabel.
It has. I mean, one of the big things about that is the fact that when they do get that ball out, and yes, some girls are getting a little bit dropped behind for support, but they're able to sprint on it, and they're able to make those long distance runs, and it's really allowing them to capitalize on the field being open.
Such a wide field, regulation field. There is miles and miles of pitch to get to running, and we just seen Gallup all the way to the try zone, determined. And now Colorado has to figure out how do we match and get our second try today and possibly take back this lead. As kickoff not going 10, choosing a 50-meter tap. And now Colorado, wayward pass, pushes them back. Colorado State bringing that defensive pressure, cutting off the space. They've done it so well in that first half and able to continue. Tackle brought down clean, but not rolling away, says the referee. Forces the attempted poach to back off, resource themselves back to defense. Colorado State recycles the ball. And the line speed, meeting ball and player at the same time as Colorado State. But Colorado still has that physical edge, winning those contact moments, gaining more meterage after first touch, and still continuing forward. Big collision, form tackle just past the 50-meter line. And now with both teams and fatigue starting to set in, we really get to see who's been working on the pitch with their runs, who's been able to unlock that space as we have another run. Big Finn with the right hand. And tackle made. And Colorado State looked like they're able to get the clean steal. And they do. Colorado bending but not breaking, finding a way to get the ball back after Colorado marches down the field. And Colorado has figured out a way to march down the field. A lot of power, a lot of player resources to get down the field. And Colorado State has figured out a way to be the long-range sniper, getting tries over 50-plus meters on multiple goals. Ball bouncing, wayward passes, but Colorado State able to scoop it up. And do we have another opportunity for a try? Colorado State on the second go-around. Hunter is hunting for her brace. And with that try, Colorado State takes a 2-possession lead, 15-7 over Colorado. You gotta love how Colorado State can explode and get these long-range tries for themselves, Isabella.
Oh yeah, Hunter McRowan coming in here along the wing, able to just sprint off of that side. You could tell number 10 was not ready to get low and go in for that tackle, trying to call to her other player to come up and block her, but she was not able to do that as Hunter makes it all the way in and taps it down 25. This is now her second try in this game. What a way to show the green and gold out here.
And a conversion made turns this 17-7 advantage, and now Colorado has to find a way to score quick tries themselves, because they're not only playing against Colorado State here, but they're playing against the clock. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this national semifinal. Colorado has some work to do. If any team can do it, it's the powerful ball carrying and running of this Colorado side. Kickoff up and away. Backwards, says the referee, and we'll play on. The tackling from Colorado State in the second half has been a lot better, bringing ball carriers down a little bit quicker as Colorado able to drive and set up a ruck. Switch made, and now there's space on the bottom of your screen. Can Colorado get all the way there to the edge? And they could, but just a tad forward. That looked like an opportunity to unlock the gate for themselves, as Lucia Hoffman, who has been a load to deal with, was able to get her hands on the ball, but just a tad off, says the referee. And now Colorado State have an opportunity to waste a little bit more time. Tick, 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 Isabella, tick, tick.
Yes, definitely good luck here for Colorado State, having Hoffman get down in those moments, but Hoffman is a girl you gotta go watch out for.
Yeah, she had an opportunity, and immediately Colorado State knocks the ball on, opening the door for Colorado to get another opportunity. There is enough time for a try and play to continue, but Colorado has to score within the next 30 seconds or so to give themselves a maximum opportunity as they go back to that stack formation deep behind this scrum. And we'll see what they pull out here. Feed is clean, ball played out easily. And they're running that stack to condense the space and to be able to go around the corner later on. Great pass made on the offload, swinging left-hand pass, and another offload on the way down. Colorado is finding a way to keep the ball active and resource the rucks to keep possession. But this Colorado State's defensive pressure is pushing them back little by little. And with the clock as it is and the circumstance as is, Colorado State able to poke the ball out, put the ball to the boot, and with that knock and 15 seconds left, it looks like Colorado State might have done what was necessary to put themselves in a national final here, Isabella.
They are pushing so hard and moving so well forward. You can tell that they're even maintaining that depth in a defensive line stance. Just in case they do get possession of that ball, they're able to swing it back down on out. Playing with that mindset has really allowed Colorado State to come in here with a little bit of an advantage and move forward against Colorado. The girls in the green are doing great work here on this pitch. Day 3 of the CRCs.
And with this scrum, we might be looking at the last play of the game, choosing to go to the kick. If this ball goes out of bounds, we are finished with this national semifinals, and it does. And with that kick, Colorado State takes a 17-7 win and are headed to the CRC National Championship game. We'll be right back here with more action to come in the next semifinal.
Great match, everybody.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we are back here at the Collegiate Rugby Championships in our second national championship D1 semifinal. We have Northeastern taking on Arizona State. My name is Lance Kavanaugh. I'm joined in the booth by Isabella Corral. We'll get her feed in a second, but Northeastern with the kickoff here, able to put it high in the air. Northeastern wearing black, Arizona State with the white kit and red trim. And not releasing, says the referee. Northeastern able to immediately get a turnover, not taking the tap on the mark, being pulled back, not able to play that speed advantage there, but great opening defense by Northeastern, able to make the most of the opportunity given on that kickoff. And now Northeastern sets themselves up to move the ball to space. This opportunity for Northeastern is in abundance. 15's national champion, and now looking to add that 7th national champion on top of it. Big run to the edge, trying to find a space. Jersey pulled and a drag down right around the 5-meter channel. Gives Northeastern opportunity, but diving over, not holding your body weight in those rucks, especially in championship caliber moments, can be very detrimental, as now Arizona State is on attack here. Space on the bottom of your screen. Do they have what it takes to get it there? They do. Now we're looking at a foot race to the corner. Big hit coming in. Courtney Dunner able to make the big hit. Turnover force, and now Northeastern is back on attack, able to turn that defense into an offensive opportunity. Almost a mirror situation as earlier. A run and sprint to the outside edge. Big Finn trying to get around the corner, but that Arizona State defense not giving up any space, any inches, able to corral and bring the ball carrier down. Northeastern figuring out a way to recycle the ball, bring it back to the middle. Tackle, says the referee, as they find themselves right around the center line of the field. Northeastern choosing to go to the open side, but Arizona State's keeping multiple defenders, and that hold up of the ball, 2 hands, able to pull defenders and keep them from making a play. And just like that, after the tackle and a knock-on card, as Arizona attempted to pull the ball away, and already we're seeing the team playing back and forth. Northeastern defense showcasing, but Arizona State defense not too shabby either, Isabella.
Definitely not. 2 well-matched teams coming on the pitch here today. They are going to be fighting now for what you said, the championship round coming up here. They're going to leave it all on the pitch. I got a friend from Arizona, and she was telling me how they've been preparing all season for this. This is what they want. This is what both teams want. Quick little shout out here, number 8, once again, Courtney, and number 13, Sydney, making those runs for Northeastern, doing a great job to put that pressure on Arizona.
And the pressure is Arizona on that ruck, unable to allow that scrum half to make the play and transfer the ball to the first receiver. First pass from the ruck, from that initial ruck, unable to meet hand, and a knock-on force by Arizona State. The pressure, defensive pressure from Arizona State yielding benefits, as now they find themselves with their first offensive scrum of the day. And Arizona, and as you said, Arizona State, Northeastern University, both teams looking and leading for these kind of moments, championship enabling moments. A win here puts them in the final. Northeastern been in these moments as a 15 side, but can they maximize their 7's team and match their 15's accomplishments, as Arizona State plays the ball out of the scrum? Looked like she was looking for the kick. That fake almost faked me out. And now we have a 2-on-1 on the edge, and we have a foot race. Speedsters down the 5-meter channel. Can she make it? No. Tackle made on that edge. Dunner shutting the door, as Arizona State able to recycle and resource right around the 50-meter line. Plays it back just a bit to get to the space on the bottom of your screen here. And look at the defensive pressure from Northeastern, able to force Arizona to make a pass just to pull back. And now Arizona finding this space around the corner, inside out move, outside in. And Lux able to bring this Arizona side in and around the 22-meter line. But Northeastern contesting and fighting for every ruck, forcing Arizona to bring multiple players near the ruck. And just on the pick and go, able to get around the corner. Can she make it? Yes. Ruiz leaving a trail of defenders on the ground, able to finish, and Arizona State gets the first points here of our national semifinal.
Ruiz putting on that run, number 17, all the way into the try zone. Great work there, but that was a team effort of a play. Number 7, Lily Morrison, able to make that momentum in the very beginning, getting that back from Northeastern and then pushing it forward, and from there they were able to spill it on out to the opposite side. Jillian Lux, who was able to drive it on forward, and from Jillian, Ruiz was able to take it all the way in.
Seems like a multitude of Arizona State players had their hands on the ball. Look at the determination. One defender has a shot, 2 defenders, 3 defenders, but no one is going to stop the try going in. Ruiz ruining that goose egg on the board, getting the first points for this Arizona State side. And now with this kickoff, we'll see if Arizona State can make the most of this advantage that they have. Ball hits the ground over the head and able to be called left foot step just to get to a little bit of space. The offload going in the tackle, and Northeastern able to fight and resource this ruck. Counter ruck push, very strong. So now Northeastern gets to open up their offense a bit. 2 passes and a leg drive. Amazing carry from this Northeastern side, but unable to get players in the ruck. Grace Preston found herself isolated, and now Arizona able to force a not-release turnover. Left foot step, right foot step, the dance and offload on the way down. Naomi able to create space for Arizona. They go looping pass, doesn't reach hands, but still reach the Arizona State player. And now Arizona State had an opportunity to keep possession, but Northeastern able to take the ball away. And now Northeastern is back on attack themselves. Ball knocked forward into that tackle. Arizona State's defense seems to be stingy, but there's a player down. Referee might stop it because of safety issues, but no, Northeastern gets the ball back first. Big counter ruck and clean, not releasing called for Arizona State. Quick tap to come, and Arizona State is going to play with some tempo. Quick tap and ball flung backwards to find his way to teammate safety, unable to reach hands, but Arizona State still able to keep the ball in possession. Choosing to slow down a bit, and just like that, a knock-on happens right around the 10-meter line. Referee looking to stop the play for that down player, but it looks like they cleaned up, and now Northeastern is back to full strength with a scrum here. No time left on the clock, and that was a long bit of play without a break, Isabella. Both teams look like fatigue is starting to set in just a bit.
A really long movement indeed. You know, we talked about Northeastern being a 15 champion. They're coming back and they're really wanting to now prove themselves as a 7th team, whereas Arizona talked with the players before and they said that they came in last year not really performing the way that they wanted to. So the biggest thing this year for them was they wanted to show everyone why they deserve to be here. Both these brutalities coming in today, competing now to get into the championship round is going to be intense.
Yeah, and you can see the physicality in some of these tackles. Players refusing to fall, tacklers refusing to yield any space, and it just makes for a great semifinal as Northeastern resources the ball, gets it to the open field, right foot step to try to elude that Arizona State defender, but the Sun Devils aren't giving up any ground, not without a fight at least, as the ball is being played back to the short side here. Do we have the speed to get around the corner? We do not. Look like a high tackle situation. Referee is right on the spot with that. And any referee worth their salt is going to keep safety as a priority here in the game of rugby. You got to call those high tackles, especially in national semifinals. Safety is paramount. And now Northeastern with the quick tap, choosing to go to the open space. 1 pass, 2 pass, down the line it goes. That short line able to get a little bit of space. And do they have speed on the edge? They might with the offload right-handed. Arizona bringing multiple defenders into the tackle, but not releasing the ball carrier after the tackle, becoming an issue. Northeastern had an opportunity to attack, catching Arizona on a soft back foot situation, but the tap just not where it needs to be. Referee pulls them back, and now Northeastern with the tap, cruising and getting closer to that try zone minute by minute. A try before the end of the first half would be absolutely magical for this Northeastern side, who's been fighting and grinding for every piece of meterage that they've been able to grab here. Ball played out to the edge. We have a one-on-one situation, left foot step, and the inside defensive help makes the stop. Ruck form, and Arizona State found themselves sleeping near the ruck as Sadie gets the try and finds Arizona napping right in those A-gaps, Isabella.
Yeah, Sadie Cabral coming in your scrum half there, picking and going and putting it right on down into that try zone. Great work from her. Also from number 8, Courtney. We've seen Courtney put herself in these situations every single time on one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch. She's really trying to bring that momentum and move the ball forward, and that helped so much. And it was able to bring Northeastern up a point here coming into the second half.
5-7 is your scoreline. Northeastern with a small deficit against Arizona State. We'll be right back here at the CRCs.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
a shorter sevens trip in the spring, but nothing abroad that I've been a part of. So this is a much bigger step up for everyone. You learn a lot, the players learn a lot, they learn about themselves probably more so than anything else, but it's a great way to get the guys coming together. You know, we had a mix of A side, B side, forwards, backs, experienced, unexperienced, and they're all a lot closer now than they were before. From the game, from the experience, from seeing.
And welcome back, Arizona State, with the kickoff, giving up a try with no time left at the end of that first half, but still holding a slim 2-point lead as Northeastern now attacks right into the heart of this Sun Devil defense. My name's Lance Cavanaugh. I'm joined by Isabella Corral, and we've watched both these teams compete at a high clip as now Northeastern choosing to carry the ball to the edge. Do they have the speed to get around the corner? Spin move and a fin. And does she have the legs to finish right when they need it? MiraCosta able to go in and score. And just like that, Northeastern scores 2 tries back-to-back in less than 40 seconds. That is a turn of events for you, Isabella.
That indeed, MiraCosta, what a runaround she did. You see 4 Arizona players just tracking her, but she is sprinting it and powering her way on through and going in for a gorgeous little dive there in the center. You got to be proud of her. Look at her defend off that player right there. She did not want to come down, and she didn't let up 1 inch, and she taps it on down. What a way to come off of the second half right there.
Yeah, that fin, that spin, and she is in. And those points not only give Northeastern a lead, but clearly define who has momentum as they hold a 12-7 lead over this Arizona State side. Scoring at the end of that first half was absolutely vital, and that second score right at the beginning has completely changed the shape of the semifinal matchup. Kickoff to come from Sadie. And it's a high bomb, choosing to go deep. Ball hits the ground. Arizona State able to get their hands on it. But now where do they go? Picking, prodding, choosing their location. Swung down on the tackle. Big swing. As Northeastern choosing to use defensive pressure to cause confusion to this Arizona State side. Not holding their body weight, says the referee. And now Arizona State believing it's their tap, not understanding that they're the one who conceded the penalty. Oh, excuse me. Oh, not holding their body weight from Northeastern. Arizona State trying to go quick, not in the right spot for that quick tap. And now they have to play with their heels on their own try line, inside their 22. Double scissor move, creates a little bit of space, and they might have it at the top of the screen. The pass was there, but she opted to fake, make a move, and creates even more space here on the right side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Arizona State choosing to go with the kick. Now it's a foot race. This is where fatigue sets in. This is where who has more in the gas tank is determined. And Northeastern able to corral the ball after multiple players are able to close in. Northeastern hustling to get to the ball and choosing to go with a scrum here after the long arm penalty. It's quite the decision. Isabella, slowing it down for Northeastern might be the right decision, especially with their momentum that they have into the second half.
It definitely can't be the right decision here. Let's hope that it gets executed well. Once again, Arizona did a great little skip pass there into a grubber. Fantastic work again on Lily Morrison's side. This girl has been on the wing and locking it down every chance she gets. Now it's time for Northwestern to come back and strike just the way they've been striking in the past few minutes.
Northeastern moves the ball, runs a switch line, holds a few defenders just to have the space on the edge. Does she have what it takes and showcasing herself defensively, now putting herself on the board offensively. Courtney Dunner able to score, and look at the energy after that try. She knows what it means to her team, and that extends their lead with 3 minutes left. This is starting to sound like the beginning of the end for the Sun Devil season. They got to find a way to answer.
Dunn did that one. What a great run from her indeed. Along the wing, I mean, we saw her put herself in all of the situations to capitalize off of it and get a try early on in the first half, and you could tell how bad she wanted it, and I'm so proud for her to actually get that try. Look at that joy and the excitement coming in. She knew she had it in her, and more importantly, she knew her team had it in her to take it home with her. Great work pointing to the camera right there and doing a little pistol movement because that was a bullet coming in.
And just like that, a 12-point advantage right around 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the semifinal. Winner is going to meet an absolute foe in the championship round, but they know they have to finish. Arizona State moving the ball to the edge, tackle her down, not releasing, says the referee. Good call. Now Arizona State has to play with speed and tempo. It looks like they might have an advantage here on the short side, but choosing to go to the open side. As that ball skies over, takes a friendly bounce, and now Arizona State has to protect and defend that ruck. The defensive pressure from Northeastern finding a way to really bring the noise. Big hit on that pass and an inside step, and we might have another foot race, but Dunner is not done yet with her defensive work. Forces a knock on, and now Northeastern with a 12-point lead and 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this game might have just did what they need to seal the deal. What a defensive effort by Courtney Dunner.
Yeah, Courtney Dunner coming in once again against Lily Morrison. You know that she can sprint it and you know she can run all the way. So what a good woman to put on her in track and bring her on down. Great yardage maintained here for Northeastern.
And those two have been battling on the wing all game. We'd love to see those kind of clashes. And all it takes is those small split-second moments. The kick earlier, able not to be corralled by Arizona State. The line break, able to be snuffed and stopped by Northeastern. And there's so much happening here with the kick off of the scrum. First receiver choosing to go to the boot. And Arizona State might be able to make the most of it. But offsides called for Arizona State. After the kick, the player retreated, forced a situation where their teammates were offsides, and now Northeastern again choosing to go to the scrum. The time management for this Northeastern side shows a level of IQ that is impressive. They're choosing to slow this game down and let their point advantage hold strong against this time, Isabella.
It's a smart move. It's exactly what you want to do. Yes, you can continue to strike, but right now they do have that lead, and maintaining it is the most important part here coming off of the scrum.
Northeastern plays the ball out of the scrum, runs the line back into the scrum area, but with time all the way at the down, do they choose to continue to attack? Yes, they do. Inside out move, creating space for herself, and Northeastern again finding ways to resource this ruck, finding ways to probe and prod and find space here against this Arizona State side. Ball resourced nicely, picked up and played with speed, and with a few fins along the edge, it looks like Northeastern had what it takes to get in. Sydney Jesslyn almost going around the corner, tackled at the 5-meter line, not releasing, caught, and now Arizona State, with no time left on the clock, playing for pride, are going to choose to go and press and get off the heels of their own try line. One pass in a jersey pull, tackler brought down, and the pick and go option is there, but Northeastern are able to resource that space, let the ball down and pick back up, and now Arizona State has a foot race. Does she have the legs to finish? No, dragged down and chased by Riley Chapman, and just when they needed, Northeastern find a way to steal the ball back after an absolute clean line break by Arizona State. Northeastern now with no time left on the clock and a 12-point lead, choosing to go to the scrum again, and it looks like they're going to find some space. Or excuse me, not to the scrum. They tap it, kick to the sideline, and with that, we now have our second team that will meet in the CRC D1 Finals. Northeastern taking a 19-7 lead over Arizona State, and we'll be right back here with more rugby action.
We usually do a shorter sevens trip in the spring, but nothing abroad that I've been a part of. So this is a much bigger step up for everyone. You learn a lot, the players learn a lot. They learn about themselves probably more so than anything else, but it's a great way to get the guys coming together. You know, we had a mix of A side, B side, forwards, backs, experienced, unexperienced, and they're all a lot closer now than they were before. From the game, from the experience, from seeing a new country all together. It was great. It's great to see them all come together.
And welcome back to the Collegiate Rugby Championships. We are in semi-final time here in the Premier Cup Division. Brown University taking on the Naval Academy. My name is Lance Kavanaugh. I am joined by someone who needs no introduction, the Hall of Famer, not only in World Rugby, USA Rugby, and in life, Phaedra Knight, and we are going to get an absolute showcase. Two teams who have put on master classes of defense now clash in our Premier Cup semifinal. Brown on the left, kicking to the right in the black and brown jerseys. Navy in the deep blue. And immediately Brown is bringing pressure to those rucks. Navy having to resource them properly and running sharp lines through. Looks like Navy had a great opportunity to get a line break, but snuffed out immediately by Brown University. Skip pass chosen to go with overhead and unable to be gathered quickly. Brown choosing to go with the quick pass from the quick line out, and the referee says straight down, play on. So now Brown is under pressure as Navy bringing that defensive speed that they've been known for, tenacity that they've been known for, as Brown choosing to grind right into the heart of this Naval Academy's defense. Tackle made right inside the 22-meter line, and now Brown University forced to make decision. Right foot step, left foot step, and the space is there, and just like that, Brown University scores within the first minute of this national semifinal.
Well, a pleasure to be here with you, Lance, but Brown coming out of the gates with number 4 on their mind. You better bet they're looking for that 4-peat. And number 4, indeed, with the ball in hand to get the points going for them. The tenacious defense opened up this try. They were really hammering on Navy. They created the turnover, and they just, playing nice keep away, got the ball into the scorer's hand.
Olivia Batista set it up with that left foot, right foot step, finding Lily Nowak and going in the score. And these early points is so important in championship caliber moments here, Phaedra.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's everything. You want to just build your momentum, your confidence coming into day 2. We know how strong Brown is on day 2 in these tournaments. They're dangerous.
Player played in the air off of that kickoff, taking a tough spill. But you know rugby players, tough as nails, able to get back up. As Sidell Wingard taking a shot, penalty given. And Navy choosing to slow it down a bit, go to the scrum, not playing that quick, fast, right in your face kind of attack, able to set up and calculate in their approach as we get our first scrum of the day here. Cadence from the referee is clear. Early push by Brown, but resets. Says the referee didn't like the binds here. Referee switching sides, examining a new part of that scrum. As we're waiting for Mia Young to get the put into this scrum. Ball spills out and free kick given. As now Navy choosing to go quick here. Ball played out into space. Right foot steps to find more space. Looked like she had opportunity for the offload, but couldn't get it away, and a knock-on call on an opportunity to present the ball, and that's got to bode well for Brown, able to stop Navy when they had an opportunity to really go forward here.
Yeah, I said it before, Lance. You know, this relentless defense was on showcase yesterday. Roz virtually ran through her entire bench. Everyone got some time on the pitch, but that defense they've been building one game after the other over the course of the weekend, and we're seeing the fruits of their labor right now.
And another free kick penalty given to the Naval Academy on the scrum. This might not bode well for Brown. They have to clean up those scrums to get themselves opportunities on these set pieces. Ball played backwards. Referee, assistant referee, aiding and calling that knock on. And now we reset ourselves again with Brown another scrum. And can they make the most of this one? They've given up 2 free kicks on the first 2 scrums. Referee giving specific instructions to Brown about the feed, and that is something you definitely don't want to hear in the first 3 minutes of a semifinal match where the referee is being critical of those smaller things inside of the scrum. Engage call given, ball spills out the back, and now Brown has an opportunity to attack here. One fin from Batista, again showcasing her ability as a ball carrier, forcing multiple Navy defenders to keep an eye on her. The space was there, ball played out, tough catch made, but ball still in Brown's possession. Brown choosing to go weak side, a little bit isolated here, but the Naval Academy has no one to steal the ball, as now Brown chooses to go wide, and the pressure from this Naval Academy side forces the ball to drop, and now they're back on attack. Back and forth action here in the semifinal, and a knock-on card against the Naval Academy. Brown with a 3rd scrum. Oh, finally a break and a stoppage. Back and forth battle here, Phaedra.
Yeah, pretty tenacious, and I'm just so impressed with Olivia Batista. She can change direction in a phone booth. It's insane how just versatile and agile she is. But she created a lot there for Brown, gets a lot of momentum in that center field. We'll see what she has to say going forward.
Brown with the option. Offside, says the referee. Good job by the scrum of Brown, keeping the ball in the scrum. And that pressure from the Naval Academy going against them. And now they're setting up something. You see Roz in the vest on the right side of your screen at the top, giving out directions. Her team looks poised and prepared, and what a moment. Choosing to go back to the same side that they come from. Backwards, says the referee, and we'll play on. Batista setting herself up for the first ruck.
That's fine.
Courtney Maroney throwing that offload, but that tip pass, but unfortunately doesn't go to hand. Referee says play on, straight down. Again, another one on the ground, but backwards, says the referee, and it leaves the opportunity for the kick and re-kick. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact is fine in a game of rugby on a loose ball. So here we are with Navy with their hands on the ball. Ball thrown overhead. It's happened once before. Has to clean that up to give themselves a real attacking opportunity. Navy choosing to set it up and run right into the heart of the Brown defense. First receiver choosing to attack, going back weak side, and that pass is just a bit wayward. Options given for the knock-on or the line out.
Yeah, Lance, we're seeing a lot of forced play on both sides. Neither team has seen this pressure up to this point in this tournament, and so it's really showing some weaknesses, and so they're going to want to tighten these junctures up, really take their time on their passes, make sure that their recipient is in the right place, and just take a step back, really, just a deep breath. They all have the skills and the ability to do it. They just need to reset.
Jitters are finding themselves here in the semifinals. High pressure match. Again, offsides for the ball staying in the scrum, and Mia Young gets hit again. Now Batista choosing to throw the flip pass. The space is on the top of your screen, and Brown University might not have got it down, but got it down on the back end. That is Charlotte Davies able to finish that try, and a try before halftime is so vital in championship moments.
Yeah, and that was an excellent pass out to Davies. And that's what I'm talking about. When you can get the momentum, get your alignment proper, these are the things that can happen for you on that second effort. Davies has the wherewithal to put it down. She's got 4 tries on the weekend, her first in this match.
And with that try, we will go into halftime. Brown holding a 10-0 lead over the Naval Academy. We'll be right back here with the CRC semifinals. Bang them.
It's been so much fun. I love getting to meet people from different schools and different experiences. It's been surreal with everything that we've gotten to do here.
I think my favorite memory has to be the flag bearing before the World Cup ceremony, like getting to walk out there with teammates and bear our country's flag before watching our country play in the World Cup was an insane moment for me personally. One of my favorite memories is probably the bus ride back after we won our first game. It was kind of quick right after we got here, but we bonded really quick with everyone and it was a lot of fun and we celebrated and had a great ride back.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show. The fall season is upon us. We have a brand new division, now 4 men's divisions, 4 women's divisions. We've had that in sevens. We're going to be coming to you once every other week here in this video podcast form.
I'm excited for a season of telling college rugby's best stories.
We deserve to be here. We're going to keep, representing.
That was, to me, the biggest testament for the future of the game.
And we are back in the stadium for your Premier Cup semifinals. Brown University holding a 10-point advantage over the Naval Academy. And Phaedra, Navy has so much they have to correct in the second half to get them back in this game. Brown doing a lot defensively. What are some of the things they can look forward to get themselves back in this matchup?
Well, Navy has shown us all weekend long that they can execute on both attack and defense. What they need to do is when they have the ball in hand, they need to take their time, set their structure, and let the ball do the work. That's going to be their best ally going forward against this on-fire Brown squad.
Olivia Batista taking that kickoff, driving the Brown team forward. Another carry by Brown, and just like that, able to get off the heels of their own try line. And you can see the drive from players on this Brown side, always in support, always nearby. Ball through the hands, but Brown able to keep possession. Backwards, says the referee. Fight along that 5-meter channel to force the tackle. Catherine O'Hara making the tackle, and now Brown has an opportunity to get through. Ball played off the base was Naomi. Not going to hand, but Brown able to scoop it up ever so opportunistic. If the ball hits the ground, Brown has made the most of that situation. Looking for the offload, looking for the opportunity to share the ball. None was given, so now Brown was set up for the ruck. Standing very close to the ruck, able to be corralled by 2 Naval defenders, and Brown choosing to go back to the way they came. Offload on the way, but cutting off the passing lane is Mia Letts, and just like that, Navy defense bending, not breaking, and now offensive opportunity is abundant. Ball played out to the wide side, one-on-one on the edge. Who's going to win it? Tackle almost made, but able to keep her feet, and tackle made again, re-engaging on that edge. What a great bit of carry just to keep ball preservation. And now Navy is going right back across. The defensive line pressure of Brown continues to showcase itself. And knock on given. Navy unable to play clean ball thanks to the pressure from this Brown defensive line.
But I'm going to say this, Lance. Brown is getting a little bit condensed in their attack, and that's what ultimately led to that turnover. What I like about Navy and what I think they need to continue to do is set that deep and wide field and deep support. That's what's going to win the game. They have the ability to pass the ball, 15 to 20 meters. So they need to do that. And that will stretch that Brown defense and will wear them down. The war of attrition, right? In the war of attrition. So I think if they can continue to do that, they may find some open gaps. They're going to definitely find some space, and they have the speed to put through those gaps.
Yeah, Navy choosing to play a lot wider than Brown has shown in much of this early part. Figuring out a way to score in space when Navy is condensed. The second try that first half, but really hasn't shown to play with the whiff. Carrying the ball to the edge, tackle made, and knocked on by Navy on the poach. So this will be a semi-free play for Brown. And unfortunately for Navy, another knock. They're not just playing against Brown University right now. The clock continues to tick, and their chances to get back in the semifinal are dwindling with each passing second.
But all it takes is one bounce of the ball or one turnover to turn things around here. I'm still sticking with Navy. I like the defense. I like the aggression to come up in that line with that good line speed and put pressure on this Brown defense or attack.
Very contested scrum there. A fin by Olivia, keeping players off. A hop step, and she might have the legs to finish. Batista, who you spoke on earlier, has been phenomenal throughout the CRC championship, gets a try for Brown, and that might extend the lead further and put Navy in a very dangerous place here in the semifinal.
Yeah, Baptiste found a seam in the defense. She saw a breach, and when you give her, like I said, she can annihilate you in a very small amount of space. When you give her just an inch, she will make it what it has become, 5 points. And so she's just really exhibiting her presence. She's got 4 tries on the weekend. Look at that fin, right? She's using the ball in both hands, which shows incredible skill and awareness. And then she tucks it when she knows it's time to go.
Slides into the try zone, tongue out, dunking into the try like MJ. And you got to be impressed with the fin, switch hands fin, 2 hands on the ball. When your first receiver is so dangerous with ball in hand, it just opens so many more opportunities, scoring opportunities for your side. It's Navy now able to return fire just a bit and find themselves inside their own 22. If ever a time for Navy to find spacing and break the line, that was a time, but unfortunately, Brown University forces a turnover. Referee saying the tap is just a little bit forward, and now Brown choosing to play the time game, going to the scrum as the seconds dwindle, tick, 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 on Navy's Premier Cup chances.
Yeah, and we see the experience of this Brown squad. More importantly, we see the experience of that coaching staff in Rosalind Chow, in Caramelli Fahey, in Bridget Cahill, right? We see that in these decisions to take a scrum, run the clock out, and play this game to the end.
Yeah, coaching staff, one of the best of all levels or any levels here in the United States, and Brown is showing on the field, holding Navy to a 17-0 lead right now with ball in hand. Choosing to go with the pick and go. The space wasn't there. Ball doesn't go to hand, but Brown, as always, when the ball hits the ground, you can find Brown right there picking it up, keeping possession. Unintentional offsides, nothing malicious there. Referee would just call it a long arm penalty. And Brown choosing to go to the scrum again after a long arm penalty, using that mental aspect. These Ivy League schools are playing smart. And now we have a substitution. Phaedra, this right here is a moment where Navy might be out of it as far as time go, but they still have a lot to showcase for themselves and a lot to prove here.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you want to play it to the end as if the game is 0-0 and you have an opportunity. You just never give up because you take every bit of momentum from this match into your next, which is important.
Ball played out the scrum cleanly, given to Olivia Batista. She runs to the opposite edge. Does she have the space and wheels to get around? She does not. But Brown is choosing to keep ball in hand, a show and go. And just like that, Barbosa finds herself scoring, putting the ball into the try zone by showing the ball to this Naval Academy. When the space opened up, she found pay dirt.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, in the words of the great late Fred Sanford, a.k.a. Red Fox, what a dummy. Look at this dummy. She sold it. Woo! Big dummy as she cuts up. Wow. It's a change of direction, but Batista started it. She spread the Navy defense quite thinly to create this opportunity. Hips got misaligned, and what awareness there to cut in and take it to the house. Barbosa.
And Brown now holding a 24-0 lead against the Naval Academy with what might be the final play of this national semifinal. So much can be said about this Brown side as they now prepare and wait to find who they will meet in the Premier Cup Championship. Naval Academy still game, still fighting, pushing forward, attacking right into the chest of this Browns defensive line. Ball played to the short side. Goes to hand, great catch around that edge. And penalty given for not releasing, and Brown's defense shows up again And with just a tap and a kick out of bounds, Brown will advance to the Premier Cup final with a 24-0 win over the Naval Academy. We'll be right back here with more action here at the CRCs.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show. The fall season is upon us. We have a brand new division, now 4 men's divisions, 4 women's divisions. We've had that in sevens. We're going to be coming to you once every other week here in this video podcast form.
I'm excited for a season of telling college rugby's best stories.
We deserve to be here. We're going to keep, representing.
That was, to me, the biggest testament for the future of the game.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight.
And we are back right here at the CRC's Premier Cup National Semifinal match between American International and Southern Nazarene. My name is Lance Kavanaugh. I am joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer, not only at World Rugby, but in life, Phaedra Knight. And Phaedra, semifinal winner, will face a Brown side that is strong, but AIC versus SNU is up first as we have our kickoff. Southern Nazarene in the white, American International in the black jerseys, and an early knock-on forced by Southern Nazarene as this defensive line from AIC is pressing and bringing the havoc. Knock-on played, advantage played, and now AIC with a scrum down opportunity right around midfield. Phaedra, you got to be excited for this second semifinal matchup.
Yeah, tremendously excited. And we're just seeing probably some semifinal jitters as both teams spill the ball forward, but we are back to ball in hand for AIC in this scrum.
Ball played out the scrum pretty clean. One pass, and the dummy is there. And with that step, Naomi Dodd, who showcased herself as one of the best athletes, best rugby players here in the United States, with the beautiful arrow celebration. The Jamaica International scores 5 points early in this semifinal.
Yeah, Naomi Dodd is a name we know so well in collegiate rugby, and look at this stride. She had a little bit of space, went untouched, literally melted through this SNU defensive line. And this is one of the threats, right? She is one of many threats on this pitch. On yesterday, AIC had 11 players to score. They scored off of the back of a tremendous defensive effort. That is more than any other team in this tournament in terms of having players score. So you better bet they have threats everywhere in every position.
And no threat more obvious than Naomi Dodd, who dotted it down and gets the early points here in the semifinals. Kickoff high and contested, but SNU able to keep possession. Ball spills the ground. But if you can count on anybody, you can count on Ireland to scoop it up. And there we go. This is the matchup we wanted, the foot race. Telly versus Dodd. Throws the inside switch. The support from this SNU side has been there in abundance. And again, AIC able to resource and recycle themselves back defensively. But there's mounds of space open on the top side of the screen. Does SNU have what it takes? Can Southern Nazarene get to the edge? Right foot step, left foot step. And crawling through and fighting through to score. Jada Z scores the try after everyone from SNU was involved in that try. And what an answer back from Southern Nazarene.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better answer. That was the involvement of Talesi with Viviana Wright moving the ball on that left side to create this space. But look at this in and out. Man, what the elusiveness of that run is quite breathtaking. What an effort by SNU to answer.
Talesi starting that break, just pure power, doing so many things here in the landscape of the United States rugby, playing international rugby as recently as Friday, finds herself in a semifinal matchup here at the CRCs. And both teams have now been deadlocked 7-7. What an answer by Southern Nazarene. AIC has to answer back, but a knock-on the ensuing kickoff. and momentum slowly swinging just a bit. And now Southern Nazarene sets up for this scrum.
Yeah, the key here for AIC is to just kind of regain their composure, right? They clearly haven't seen this sort of adversity so far in this tournament, and they just seem to be taking the foot off the gas. They need to just reset and reestablish what they tapped into on yesterday.
Ball played into the scrum, very easy. Drop by SNU, the ball dribbles, but able to be recovered. And now AIC with an opportunity. That ball hits the ground, still able to keep possession. AIC going into a double tackle. That ball thrown just a little bit forward, and you can see how they are just emphasizing, trying to keep the ball in play, go forward, go fast. It might need a little bit of slowdown here as they had space and opportunity on that edge.
Yeah, SNU just really pressuring the defense and creating so much of a collision in these tackles. But these decisions have to improve for AIC. They have to take in some of those 50-50 passes, take it to ground, reset, and start again.
Referee giving some proper instructions about spacing in the scrum. And now we get to put ball back out of the tunnel, but referee is calling long arm turning of the scrum. And now SNU, ever so dangerous, has so much space on the bottom side of our screen here. How will they do it? How will they attack? Ball played to the inside, big collision. They are not giving to Leslie any space. They're going to close her space down immediately, putting their best athlete versus the best athlete. And just like that, look at this replay here, Faith.
Yeah, what a driving tackle by Naomi Dodd. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
They know how dangerous she can be, and they understand the assignment. You got to play perfect for an entire 14 minutes, and stopping her has to be one of the keys to winning this semifinal. As they go weak side off of the scrum, spills out beautifully, and does she has the legs to finish. She has support on the inside, but doesn't need it. Morgan Schnechter goes in the length of the field, almost 50 meters to score in this semifinal.
Yeah, she picks it off of a very well executed scrum in the midfield, takes it to the right side. She's got her support in Dodd to her left, but doesn't need it. A little slippery on the back, trusting her pace, trusting her speed, and putting in her fourth try on the weekend. Beautiful effort by AIC and way to come back and answer.
Conversion up by Henderson and unable to go in. So now we're dealing with a 12-7 matchup. AIC holding a slim margin against SNU. And we've seen SNU answers back, but a try right on the heels of halftime would be absolute magical. That looks like it wins 10, and AIC are now on the go forward, crashing through, able to reset and replace the ball. AIC with no time left on the clock. Any points here going in the half can be absolutely premium. The space is there. Can they get it to the athlete? They do. Can Dodd finish? And it looks like she will. Dodd dots it down, and 2 unanswered tries from ARC leading into halftime.
Well, the swarming defense by this AIC team has, well, it's not really defense. It's actually they took this restart, but their amazing attacking structure created this opportunity for Dodd. They get it nice and wide. They play a wide game, which is to the advantage at this collegiate level. A lot of teams can't quite get that sort of width. And look at her. The speed gives her an advantage to get around the corner and in for her second try this half.
And with that try, we now have a 19-7 lead. AIC over Southern Nazarene. We'll be right back here with the semifinals here at the CRC.
19-7 AIC over Southern Nazarene.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of like the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country and have different levels of playing, and they become lifelong friends by the time they leave Northeastern, and these trips are kind of where those memories are built.
I mean, it's an absolutely great experience. I mean, I would highly recommend. A lot of planning involved, but if you get it done, it could be some of the best moments of your life.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready? Up.
VO captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby!
If you're on the fence of going on a tour, get a...
And welcome back to the CRC Championship Premier Cup Semifinals, with American International College holding a 19-7 lead over Southern Nazarene and Phaedra. So many things going right for AIC, few things going wrong for Southern Nazarene. What can we expect in the second half?
Well, we can expect SNU to show up, because what they did yesterday was come from behind in the second half. So you can't count them out by any means. But if AIC can pick up this swarming defense that they demonstrated yesterday, and tap into their organization, they're going to be very hard to stop. They have so much depth on the bench. They can basically sub in seamlessly to keep fresh legs coming. So it'll be interesting to watch as we go forward.
And just like that, Lauren Anderson, the All-American, to the other All-American. Does she have the speed to get to the edge? She is dragged down. Ball looked like it was recycled. Back to Lauren Anderson, driving to just short of the try line. Release, says the referee, as now they go to the pick and go, trying to grind in points here as the AIC hold that space so well. Offsides call, so now it's a free play for Southern Nazarene. Blown up, says the referee, and you got to minimize those mistakes here. Anything else could find themselves seeing colors from the referee. Ball played out to the right, but the space is on the bottom of the screen. Looping pass, and just like that, Southern Nazarene gets points. That's Viviana Wright subbing in, and she did the same thing on day one, coming in as a sub and making an immediate impact.
Immediate impact indeed, but this is just good heads-up play by Southern Nazarene. Pitched the ball to the left, and then threw the long looping pass over to Wright on that right side, and she's a finisher. Wow, that's her third try this weekend. She knows how to finish, get the ball in hand. She'll make it happen. I'm very impressed with SNU's tenacity to stay in this match.
Talesi, Lauren Anderson, All-Americans, immediate impact. Once Lauren Anderson subbed in, driving the team forward, forcing a line break, getting them to the heels of the try line, or forcing AIC heels on their own try line. And just like that, we are in a semifinal match of the ages. This is turning into a CRC Next Level Rugby Classic as the ball is played up in the air. Not 10, says the referee, so we'll have a free kick. And AIC now with an opportunity to respond to a very quick try leading into this second half. Choosing to go to the top of the screen here. Option pitch. Ball thrown, AIC able to recycle, able to play it, fighting and clawing just to go forward. Barack pushing and pulling multiple players. Penalty card, Ireland, and throwing the ball. That is going to be a card. Wrong time, wrong moment to disrupt the play. Those cynical plays are called every time by the referee. And now SNU down 7 and a player with just around 4 minutes left. AIC choosing to go to the switch. Back to the heart of the defense. Tackle made in the middle of the field. Ruck secured, but that ball is out. And now SNU is showing that defensive pressure. Able to force moments, but without that extra player, space on the field is not being resourced. And Vasine Sanft goes in to get AIC an extension on this already strong lead here.
Well, look at that show and go by Sam to fake it out and then turn up channel 1. She knew just a couple of steps throwing that defense off would open up that gap for her, and she takes it to the house.
Throws up the T for try, I'm sure, with the conversion to come. Seeing if she could convert her own try. Unfortunately, it sails wide right, so we have a 24-12 lead. But SNU, Southern Nazarene, is never out of the game because of that woman right there. Talesi has shown that she can score in a moment. She can bring the team back in a moment, as well as the multitude of players that Southern Nazarene has. You can't get to a semifinal with just one player. You need a team effort. Ball is carried on the kickoff, and now Southern Nazarene tracking backwards to get space, but the tackle made star versus star here. And a penalty call, not holding their weight in the ruck, and now AIC is pushed back 10. Southern Nazarene tapping and going quick, playing the ball to the space. Big tackle on the edge, form hit, and it looks like AIC will have a great shot at the ball, but no. Diving over for the second time, says the referee. SNU now with another opportunity, push back just a little bit further than before. Wide pass, cutting out that inside defense. And now we have a foot race. Viviana Wright, does she have what it takes to try to score? Gets dragged down by Dodd. Alessi is there to recover. Wright is there to recover again, but driven out of bounds, just no space on that far side touchline. And now AIC, after an immense defensive effort, have a line out here.
Yeah, immense indeed. That's the defense that I'm talking about that will ultimately potentially win championships for this team. Look at that. They've got that line secured. They're using that touch line as an eighth tackler, and just what a chase by Dodds to just stay with it on Wright, put her down, and then create the turnover.
Yeah, the time was okay, but there's confusion around substitution.
So now there's a conversation, says the referee, talking to the captain. I believe that yellow card is back, so now at full strength, only a 12-point deficit. Can Southern Nazarene show the heart that won them that 15th championship? Line out to come, AIC. Southern Nazarene has to get their hands on this. Ball played up and down. Advantage played and done. Dummy to open up the space. The outside defense closing in. And now we have a foot race around the corner. Does she have the legs? And she might. Morgan, or excuse me, Edwards goes in to score. And just like that, with the try extended and the dance, AIC will find themselves in the Premier Cup final. What a great bit of play. That dummy opening up the space fake.
Yeah, it opened up the space, and then Kiana Edwards, I think actually the deception of Miller running that end line froze the defense for just a millisecond, and that's all you need. But this young lady, Kiana Edwards, talked about her a lot yesterday because she did a lot yesterday for this squad. She has put up her 4th try this weekend and always finishes with her swag. You gotta love that, right? So much personality, such good energy. I absolutely love it. Love it, Lance.
That is, I'm going to the Premier Cup Championship. Me and my team, AIC, are headed to the Premier Cup Championship. Lauren Anderson able to bring down the kickoff and forcing multiple AIC defenders to deal with her power, as now SNU settles in. Ball played into space. Wayward pass just a little bit out in front. Ball flick to Leslie looping, and she might be able to get the corner. No, caught up. Dummy. Able to hold defenders, and Edwards, a try scorer, able to scoop up the loose ball. AIC keeping the ball close, keeping the ball active and in play, choosing to continue to attack. You got to love a team that continues to try to score, even with the scoreline as such. Ball is being kicked backwards by an AIC player. dove on by an AIC player, and it looks like they'll be able to restore this ruck and hold on to the ball. The decision now is to play it to the side, and they will kick the ball out of bounds. And with that, American International will head to the Premier Cup Championship. After a 31-12 win over Southern Nazarene, we will be back here at the CRC.
If you're on the fence of going on a tour, get over the fence. Go on the tour, reach out to Rugby Travel Ireland. They've been incredible to work with. They've been so kind, so knowledgeable, and just so professional throughout the whole process. So I cannot endorse them enough. It's been an incredible experience here on the ground. The girls are having an amazing time, and so am I. So if you're thinking about it, just make the commitment, do it, and we'll see you here.
Welcome back. It is still in the Premier Division. John Broker here with Isabella Corral bringing you this action today. It is going to be the Marist College Red Foxes, Marist University Red Foxes, I should say, University of Northern Iowa Panthers coming at you in this matchup. Isabella, good game coming up in this Bowl Shield final.
Yes, we do. The girls are getting hyped there on the pitch, dancing their way out before kickoff here in just a second.
Marist, the Red Foxes, of course, my alma mater, but won't call it unevenly here as I love the Panthers. Megan Flanagan's great program there in the University of Northern Iowa. As we get underway here, it's the Panthers. Throw a little forward pass, and the Red Foxes will come in and have a first scrum of the game.
Yeah, two very strong teams coming out here immediately. We had back the third place 2025, the CRC National Sevens, once again for Marist, and then they won the Beast of the East first place here in 2026, and they're a very difficult team coming on here with Iowa matching up with them as well.
A good program together up there. Look to go to the outside. Going to come back in are Marist. The Red Foxes working their way downfield. Marist Red Foxes. That is going to be a try coming in there. A little hard to get those numbers for you, but we will. Marist gets the first try of this one. That's Maggie David touching that one down.
Yes, with the assist right there of Allison Radcliffe. Watch her draw in that defender and pull it all the way into a gorgeous little offload there into her player's hands and takes it into the try zone. That was a teamwork filled with support and a gorgeous touch right immediately. Number 2 again from Olsen.
Nice strike of the ball there. That one is not going to go. It's going to drop short, but Marist, the Red Foxes up 5-0 here in this Bowl Shield final. Players playing in the stadium in this Premier Division. You just saw the Premier Semifinals, so it's going to be Brown AIC in that matchup later on today. Plenty of rugby coming to you. We have a couple of matches now. A little break with the College Rugby Show. We'll come back with the third, fourth place game for Premier, D3, D2, D1, and then the big Premier Finals. Good break here by UNI. UNI's Morgan Link, such a key player for this Panther side. Morgan Link steps, and Morgan Link is headed toward the center. She knew where that camera was. Morgan Link gets 5 on the board. We're all tied up.
Link coming in, making that link all the way along the wing side channel. Watching it back here, gorgeous pick from her, catches it, watches for the support, knows she goes into contact, and is just able to break through that line. Yes, the fullback is tracking her, but it's not getting her on the way down. Morgan, number 12, is definitely one of those players on Iowa's side that you have to watch out for. She is a strong defender as well as the director of that back line, and she directs it all the way in. Number 12, putting on some points here for Iowa immediately. Great work from the girls in purple.
UNI ties it up. 4 minutes 15 to go in this first half. That one not going to make the distance, as it's called the coach killer. Great try by the team, followed up by a little error there, giving an opportunity back to the opposition. This is the Red Foxes. Down to the banks of the Hudson River, now in Boyd's, Maryland for the Collegiate Rugby Championship in the Premier Division. Both these teams testing themselves against the best. They go wide, looking for that space, hands free. Not a traditional pass, but player kicked that one forward, was then tackled, but referee had turned their head. Could have been something there. And here's Link. Link gets a ball middle of the field. Little pop up there from Macy Graves. Macy Graves gets through so much work in a game, but that one spills forward. Marist will have another scrum.
Yeah, another scrum, but a very good opportunity here for the girls to kind of come out on top, use some work with it. We do have 3 minutes left remaining in this first half. Plenty of time to do a good passage of play here off of a set piece.
Leanne sent from Kingston, New York to put this one in for the Red Foxes. Marist on the move. Marist University down the left-hand side. It opens up. Great little deflection there. Allison Radcliffe puts it back in. Gonna get tackled. Got to get some players there. Pushing that one back through. UNI on to rip that one away. Great initial work by Marist, but just got into that position where the ball carrier did not have enough support players around. They tried to get the ball to Graves, but it's going to come back to the Red Foxes. A little error from UNI that time. Ball on the ground. Here comes Marist. Link trying to tear this one away, and she does. Calls for a scrum right on her 5-meter line immediately, just trying to slow things down.
Marist doing a really good job of recycling the players there on the edge. Got a little caught up here in the middle. Another great opportunity, though, for Marist to possibly get the ball back here, but if not, Iowa coming in strong with this scrum, pushing well, and hopefully able to get this out of their own zone.
Ball in here for UNI. They're just going to go short around here. Now they're looking for Graves. Macy Graves across the 22. Macy Graves tries to drive up one, spills that ball forward to Link, unfortunately, for this UNI team. So it'll be a scrum here again for Marist. You can see that key desire to get the ball in Graves' hands.
Yeah, Graves doing a great run there along the side. Unfortunately, that offload didn't go to hand. Link was a little bit further back trying to run up on it. Good passage of play, though, and hopefully the execution of it will be a little bit better here coming off of this.
Marist to get this one in again through Sint. Starting to be a physician's assistant. Straight up the middle go Marist. They're just going to set this one. Able to get that ball away. Good work. Sydney Weiss gets that ball up. Sydney Weiss from Middlebury, Connecticut. Pomperog High School. Now Marist turns the corner. They're at the 22, but player waiting for her support. Doing a great job here. Gets her knees down, but it's been ripped out of hand there by UNI. UNI's Ella Wilkeson gets that done. Now it is UNI with fractured field, some broken ball here. Put the bouncer back into the hands of Esparza. Esparza takes it in. Link has to come in and cover that one, but it is Panthers ball. All tied up here, 40 seconds to go. Graves looking that corner, and she finds it. Macy Graves, the criminal justice and social work major, going to go in under the post and touch that one down. Lead here for the University of Northern Iowa Panthers.
Graves putting it in the graveyard all the way down on that side of the pitch. You know, something you really got to point out here on Iowa's side is the fact that they're really drawing in Marist into those situations where they have a wing open on the side, and they're just able to make those sprints all the way in, making sure that they are completely open at any opportunity on either side of the pitch.
We've got halftime with the kick being good there, so it is a 12-5 lead for the Panthers. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment.
If you're on the fence of going on a tour, get over the fence. Go on the tour, reach out to Rugby Travel Ireland. They've been incredible to work with. They've been so kind, so knowledgeable, and just so professional throughout the whole process. So I cannot endorse them enough. It's been an incredible experience here on the ground. The girls are having an amazing time, and so am I. So if you're thinking about it, just make the commitment, do it, and we'll see you here. We are having a rugby tour in Newcastle, England with the All-Americans from NCR, and we're having an incredible time. So these tours are so incredibly important for our All-Americans because they get to up their skills by having coaches that they don't normally work with, teach them new skills, new drills, new ways to apply their points of difference in the game. They get to experience a new culture out here, new foods. I'm sure most of them haven't had beans on toast ever, and they're definitely experiencing that here, but they're also getting a chance.
Nearly set for the second half here. You see the Marist University Red Foxes coming out. They trail 12-5 against the University of Northern Iowa Panthers. Panthers looking to win this competition. Referee Looking for the Panthers to come out and play this game. I am John Broker, joined by Isabella Corral. This Bowl Shield final, the 9th place matchup. Isabella, plenty of work here to do for Marist.
Definitely plenty of work, but if anyone can do it, it's going to be Marist. They've come in strong these past couple years here, the CRCs, and we're excited to have them back. And more excitedly, we're really enjoying what they're putting here on the pitch. Yes, they're down at the moment, but you know what? This is sevens. Anyone can come back up in a split second.
Plenty of time here. We're underway in the second half. Morgan Link gets us going again. The University of Northern Iowa gets that ball back. There may have been an advantage for a knock on there, but it's theirs anyway, so they're going to move to Link. Link tries to set up running, get some speed going. That goes forward. Do we go back? Advantage is over. No, we don't. Marist ball. Marist College, coached by Amanda Benton, Carrot Chamberlain, and Marin Milliard. UNI, coached by Megan Flanagan, Casey Anderson, and Sadie Hennings. Great attacking position here for the Red Foxes, Isabella.
Definitely. I mean, one thing that they're really doing right off of the bat is taking that pressure and bringing it forward on Iowa's team.
Go down the left-hand side, can't quite get it to where they want. Ball taken away by UNI. Good work in the contact area to take that away. That's knocked on. That's knocked on. We're going to come back to the first one. It's going to be Marist ball again. We'll see if they can get a little cleaner start to this one, Isabella.
Yeah, a lot of bodies kind of flying in here in the beginning, just kind of resetting themselves and hopefully pushing it out slower along the scrum and just bringing it back on down. They're playing well, though. The nerves are starting to kind of kick in here, but still a lot of good rugby to come.
Marist, this time off to the left-hand side. Little wraparound, doesn't go to hand and spills forward. Few knock-ons creeping in here in the second half. A number of scrums, still at 12-5, UNI over Marist.
Yeah, you know, every time they reset up for a scrum, it is going to be a very heavy exertion being propelled out here by the forwards. It's going to be a little bit difficult. However, the backs have had a good amount of time now to rest, so hopefully they can make a play out here along the wing, and UNI able to push that ball out and get it all the way in.
At the same time,
ball squirts out the side there. After this one, is going to the matchup between Long Island University, the Sharks, and the Royals of the Queens University of Charlotte in the plate final. UNI gets set to put this one down. They have Morgan Link out to this right-hand side, so there's space open for her. That's just been left wide open, and she does not need too much of an invitation there. Morgan Link spills that ball through a tackle. Didn't go forward. Referees watching the play. It's going to be a try here. UNI through Hastings scores another 5-pointer. Link getting that one started.
Hastings coming in and powering it strong forward immediately. You see that passage to Link, who is a strong runner, but number 5 tracks her very well. It's a clean pop, though, back into Hastings' hand, and she is just able to dump truck her way all the way forward into that try zone. Power and drive. She knew that there wasn't anyone there to support her, so this was all going to be a use of muscle and momentum, tapping it on down in for her team, keeping Iowa there at the top.
17-5, 4 minutes in the game clock. UNI to get us going again through Link. Link puts that one down a little further. Red Foxes some work to do. Running with intent here. Caught up. Did they spill that one? They did. Red Foxes with a knock-on fever in the second half. Get those ball in hand in order to go forward with the scoreboard. But right now, everything working in UNI's favor, Isabella.
It really is working in their favor. A lot of scrums, which is not really good for Marist coming in. After all, they really do have to get it out and spread it to that wing if they want to send it all the way down the channel. But hopefully they can make a play off of this and or get it back.
The Panthers, they go on a quick tap.
Ball spills out of UNI hands here into Red Fox hands. We'll come back. Offsides against Marist on that one, so Marist going to have to go back. Link has the ball. She's going to call for the scrum. Happy to take some of this time away as well. Scrums off of penalties in sevens becoming much more common to kind of open up some space in the field. Isabella, another great attacking position here for the Panthers.
It really is. I mean, if you practice the scrum enough in practice and you're able to translate that cleanly on the field, these penalties are great opportunities for the teams to excel.
Ball comes out. Attention paid here, but able to get it away to Graves. Graves down the left-hand side. Graves puts on the power. Graves turns the corner. Tackle comes, but too late into the try zone. Macy Graves has her second.
Yeah, making it all the way in. She ran it along the side. It was some fantastic work from her end, but she also had the support there and was able to push it all the way through. Beautiful work all the way into the try.
Graves there after the try, and the conversion is going to slide across, but it is looking strong here for this UNI side.
22-5 lead over Marist.
22-5, Link to kick this one off, minute and a half on the clock. After this, as we said, Queens University Charlotte and LIU, the Sharks. Ball bounces are at the 22. Red Foxes on the move. Good breakaway. Player out and across the 50-meter line at the 40. Puts the ball to the boot. Graves probably going to win this race and does. Excellent work there by Weiss, but couldn't quite make it happen. Graves picks it up, moves it out to Avery Bird from Madrid, Iowa. Avery Bird kicks that one downfield. Red Foxes have a sweeper back there. On the move of the Red Foxes. Can they get another point? They have an advantage. Link can't get there. Another break. Graves the last one, but not going to get there. Allison Radcliffe from Clarksville, Maryland is going to touch down another 5 points for the Red Foxes.
Radcliffe moving at radical speed there for her. Yes, she is put in that position right there as fullback, and that is a perfect example why they have her in that stance there on the pitch. Excellent work from her on that end, running it all the way through, finding those gaps in between the UNI's defensive line and just sending it forward.
Conversion is good, but not enough time probably for Marist to take this one away. 22-12, so about 10 seconds. Red Foxes, everything to be proud of here, but it looks like it's going to go UNI's way. Referee saying last play except for a penalty. Okay, stay tuned after this. Queens University Charlotte versus the Long Island University Sharks. Then we're going to go to the college rugby show, and then we are going to hand out some medals in all of the different rounds here. UNI takes that one, and they're going to go for one last try here. Can they get this one? It's Ella Wilkeson. Wilkeson gets back there. This is final play. Link comes across, barreling straight into the middle there. Aurora Stapleton. Knocked on by UNI, but that's going to be that one. UNI is going to defeat Marist University, the Red Foxes. We'll step aside for a second. Be back with Queens versus Long Island.
We are having a rugby tour in Newcastle, England with the All-Americans from NCR, and we're having an incredible time. So these tours are so incredibly important for our All-Americans because they get to up their skills by having coaches that they don't normally work with, teach them new skills, new drills, new ways to apply their points of difference in the game. They get to experience a new culture out here, new foods. I'm sure most of them haven't had beans on toast ever, and they're definitely experiencing that here, but they're also getting a chance to watch players that they look up to playing in the Women's Rugby World Cup here in England, which is incredibly important for them to see these people, because if you could see it, you can be it, and we are so happy that our athletes can see the Eagles, and I know they also want to be the Eagles, so this is a massive opportunity for them.
Consistency on three. 1, 2, 3.
We usually do a shorter sevens trip in the spring, but nothing abroad that I've been a part of. So this is a much bigger step up for everyone. You learn a lot, the players learn a lot. They learn about themselves probably more so than anything else, but it's a great way to get the guys coming together. You know, we had a mix of A side, B side, forwards, backs, experienced, unexperienced, and they're all a lot closer now than they were before. From the game, from the experience, from seeing a new country all together. It was great. It's great to see them all come together.
Welcome back. We're at the plate final right now. It is the Queen's University of Charlotte Royals versus the Long Island University Sharks. I am John Broker with Isabella Corral bringing you this one. It is the Sharks in the light blue to kick off here to Queen's University, the Royals. Both of these teams playing in the Premier Division here at the Collegiate Rugby Championship, National Collegiate Rugby's flagship tournament. It is the Sharks to get us underway. A little left-footed kick there. Ball bounces back up. Did it go forward? Referee the hand out, but they seem okay. Royals have a hold of the ball. Stamina important to this team. Good day yesterday. Stamina. Another pass in the middle of the field. They go looking to work it to the outside, but it's not going to get there. So Francesca Clark has to take that one down. And Scarf puts it back across the field. They're inside their 22, looking for that space. Ball comes back to Stammen. She's from Eatonville, Washington. Now enjoying Charlotte, North Carolina, as the Queen's University Royals go for the kick. The foot races on, but it looks like it's going to be won here by LIU. Pressure coming down from a Royals defender. They're going to come across the field. Billy Bonjean from Dubai takes that one into contact. Long Island University coached by Alex Artis. The players take that one in just outside their 40-meter line. Queens is in and over it, so they'll get this first penalty, and they're going to go quick. Salome Schmidt. Salome Schmidt gets that ball away, looking to press that defense, and they do. Around the corner they go through Vivaberg. Vivaberg has had an excellent weekend, and Vivaberg is going to touch that ball down. That's Vivaberg's third try of the weekend. As we take another look, Isabella.
Of course, Anouk Vivaberg once again coming out along the sides. Gorgeous pass and offload to her along the wing, and she's able to sprint it all the way through. She's not only a strong defender, but she's a try scorer, really making her place out here and showcasing why she deserves to be here at the CRCs.
Vivaberg from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, studied at the International Community School of Addis Ababa, now a sophomore studying studio art as that kick goes good. Queen's University goes up 7-0. It'll be a restart kick from the Royals.
You know, you mentioned she studied art, and I gotta say, she brings art out here onto the pitch every single time I see her.
She is a creative player, to say the least. Royals to get this one going again. Low driving kick. Here come the Sharks. Sharks winding their way upfield. A little offload going back there. Chopped at the tackle. Starting again. There's a runner on the outside, but it bounces off nearly into Vivaberg's hands. She's going to take it to ground. We'll come back to the knock-on. It'll be a scrum here for the Royals.
You know, one thing they really got to watch out here for the Queens players are very, very good, but you have Saylor coming in for Long Island. Yesterday, she was powerful in the scrum, and she's going to bring that power here today, so making sure that the Queens can lock her down is going to be vital off of this.
Free kick here. Here go the Royals. Salome Schmidt. That speed of thought right there to get things going. She's from Greer, South Carolina, played for the 76ers. Touches down 5 points. Queen's University extends their lead to 12 with kick to come.
No hesitation there from Schmidt. She takes it on immediately and runs with it straight into that try zone. It was a gorgeous play immediately off of the scrum. Sometimes there is a little bit of hesitations when they do a reset and or they're going to do a little tap and go there, but she took no hesitation. And that moment where she just ran with it, that was perfect.
Kick was no good, so Queens will stay at 12. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. LIU needs some points on the board. LIU certainly have the players. They will receive this one. Last one was a bit low and driving. We'll see where this kick goes from the Royals. A little higher this time. Taken safely. The Sharks. Sharks leading try scorer has the ball in hand. Sailor Russell from Midway, Utah, across the 22. Weaverberg on the spot to make that tackle. Great work, and in and over come the Royals. Going to be a penalty against. Player fell on their knees, so couldn't take that one. Referee wants the players to come back to the mark. It was just in front of the 5, so they couldn't have that as a ball. It's in the hands of Corey Fields from Stockton, California. Corey Fields gets to the Sailor Russell. Sailor Russell takes on 2. Has to get herself to the ground and does. Fields come back in and over. Across they come. Deja Perry. Perry gets hauled in quickly in as Weaverberg. Does she take that one away? And she does. Weaverberg outstanding so far in this one.
And it's a penalty
there against this Sharks team. So from their own 5-meter line, they go to Weaverberg. Weaverberg shows the ball. Can't get through, but she's at the 22-meter line. Or does she? Gets a little further on. Away they go, Salome Schmidt. Wider. Looking back in the other direction. Another offsides here against LIU. This is a difficult one for them. Here come the Queens University Royals. Nice little pass over the top. Referee says it went forward.
Yeah, Weaverberg is really making the moves on this. If anything, they really got to lock her down if they don't want the Queens to progress the way that they are.
Any Sharks fans in attendance?
Going to be a scrum here for LIU. Minute 25 to go in the first half.
University fans. Welcome.
Ball back. Into the hands of LIU. Corey Fields breaks a couple. Corey Fields eventually hauled down by the second defender there. A little space opens up for the Sharks. The break is on, and Deja Perry from Abbotsford is going to go and touch this one down. Deja Perry gets 5 points on the board. Is this a start of a comeback here for LIU? Kick to come as the first half winds down.
Yeah, Fields definitely helping out with that one. She took a bite out of that defensive line, shark style, and just grabs it, takes it on in right here, and goes for the run. That was Perry receiving it off of that ruck and just running all the way forward with it, pumping those arms as she makes it underneath the sticks.
And the conversion is good.
Kick is good, so they're at 7. Corey Fields put that one through to the LIU to restart it, so we are closer. Good start there from Queens. Now we're a converted try away from a tied game. An unconverted try, sorry. A converted try away from a lead change. We will have time for the restart here. Just waiting for Corey Fields to make it back. And LIU gets us going again. Queens, ball in hand. Stammen gets the ball away there. It slips forward out of Inwood's hands. Was that it for the half? It is indeed 12-7. Queens leads LIU. We'll be back in the second half in just a moment.
Long Island, 12-7.
It's been so much fun. I love getting to meet people from different schools and different experiences. It's been surreal with everything that we've gotten to do here.
I think my favorite memory has to be the flag bearing before the World Cup ceremony, like getting to walk out there with teammates and bear our country's flag before watching our country play in the World Cup was an insane moment for me personally. One of my favorite memories is probably the bus ride back after we won our first game. It was kind of quick right after we got here, but we bonded really quick with everyone and it was a lot of fun and we celebrated and had a great ride back.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show. The fall season is upon us. We have a brand new division, now 4 men's divisions, 4 women's divisions. We've had that in sevens. We're going to be coming.
Second half about to get underway. Plate final. This is Queens University kicking off. They lead 12-7 over the LIU Sharks. Late try by the Sharks. We have 7 minutes to go. John Brugger with Isabella Corral bringing you this matchup. It is 7 minutes for a win. Plenty in it. We're an unconverted try away. That ball bounces in LIU hands just inside the 50 there. So it might not have gone 10, but they're going to play it anyway. So here go the Sharks on the move. Jean had brought that one in immediately. Taking in this time as Ella Minichi. But not the tackler. Clean poach there, not released. So it's Queens Royals ball. Queens. Little pass there, nice and flat, headed towards the line. It's Retter. Retter gets about 7 meters away. Off they go to that right-hand side. It just popped open. You can see it there. Deja Perry's in for 2. Oh, sorry, the wrong name there. Salome Schmidt is in for 2. I had my numbers in the wrong place, so my apologies. But Salome Schmidt is going to touch that one down.
Great movement there from the girls in the Queens. Offloads on offloads and that little recyclement of players there. Powerful drive forward from them, able to get that into the try zone.
Salome Schmidt, I can promise you, that scored that try. Kick to come here.
The conversion just
Isabella, that just gives, a little more breathing room to this Queens team. So LIU building themselves a little bit of a hill to climb.
It is. It is going to be a little bit more difficult for LIU to kind of come out here again, but for the Queens players, it gives them that comfortability to play the game that they know and play it well and smooth and execute it to the highest stature.
High kick taken down well by the Sharks. Sharks looking to move that ball quick, and they do, but pressure coming on from the Royals. Now they're in a little bit more open space here. Again, good pressure coming, trying to keep it alive. Here's Sailor Russell. Sailor Russell going to go into contact, and he gets the ball to Corey Fields. Corey Fields going to hand off Viverberg. No easy feat. And she is going to race across the 22. 5 minutes to go in this game. Plenty of time, and 5 points coming right now from the hands of Corey Fields. He set out of Stockton, California, went to St. Mary's High School. Isabella, talk us through.
Yeah, Long Island is just one of those teams that is not selfish when it comes to the ball. They have that support there, and they know just when to make those offloads and pass it on in. Field working with Russell, they're fantastic there on the outside line, and they're able to make those long position runs that they set each other up for, and it's been fantastic getting to watch Long Island come out here and leave it all on the pitch.
That kick was good for 17-14, just 3 points in it. So unconverted try puts LIU in the lead. Plenty to play for in these next 4 minutes. The left footer from LIU. Ball hits the ground, bounces back towards the Sharks. Can they come down with it? A referee on the spot. It is LIU ball. They're going to go to Corey Fields. Corey Fields accelerates into contact, gets through the first, but the second is going to bring her down. Momentum is there, though. Sailor Russell, little pop pass and contact outside. There's the handoff. A second. Can the defense take this ball away? They have done great work. There just wasn't a support player there quick enough. So Queens, with 3 minutes 45 to go, have the ball about 10 meters out from their own line and a penalty to work from. Queens going to take this one. Run it. About 90 meters to go. I have to be careful. Don't want to get turned over here. Sailor Russell trying to push the issue there at the breakdown. They go to a kick. Not what you want to do right there because they put it right in Corey Fields' hands. Corey Fields hands off a first, hands off a second. She is thinking about that try line. She's got a crowd around her, so she can't get there. But ball still alive for the Sharks. That one a little high, but ball's there. Try line is in front. Can't quite get there. They're going to go back in the other direction. The referee was in the way. But the ball's going to come back to the Sharks. Dive in and try. We have a lead chain. LIU over Queens here at the CRC Plate Finals in the Premier Division. Great work, LIU.
What a snap back in from Long Island there. Great work from the girls. They played it a little more 15 style there, really putting that pressure in the body position right here. Pick and go right from the girls, number 22 there, tapping it on in.
21-17 in favor of Long Island.
kick was good. So we're at 21-17. LIU takes the lead. 2.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time here for either team. Some changes have come in. Queens University, coached by Daniel Harlow and Matthew Everett. Ball up from LIU. They put a long one in down there. Pretty good thinking as the ball comes down into the hands of Queens. And that's Mercedes Washington. Mercedes Washington takes that one to ground. Pressure coming from LIU. They got a little emotional momentum out of these tries and a lead change here. So a little confidence building among this LIU team, you would say. Stuck on their own 6-meter line and going for that kick again. Didn't work out last time. Wound up in a try and it's going to bounce back here towards their own try line into the hands of one of the Queens University players. So still alive. Did that go forward? Assistant referee has radioed in that indeed it has. So with a minute and a half to go, it's an LIU scrum, Isabella. This is exactly where LIU wants to be.
Yeah, LIU coming out, digging themselves out of that position that they were in. Queens definitely getting a little bit comfortable there in that first half. Now going to have to scramble just a little bit more to regain that try and try to put themselves back in the lead here with 1 minute remaining in the second half.
Quick ball here from LIU. They get it out into the middle of the field. They've got their runners. Ball slips in behind. Going to come back in the other direction. That is Bonjean taking that one in. Queens University player has to roll away and does. They've got some good runners outside here. Ball skips up over the top, heads towards the try line and into touch. So interestingly, we have a Queens University line out just inside their own 22 with 40 seconds to go. Down 3 points. Can they go the distance here? LIU may try to attack this line out.
You know, something you got to acknowledge is that Long Island's wings, as well as their centers, they're not only strong runners, but they're strong hitters. And that ability to be able to blow up and do those movements there on the edge is really allowing them to capitalize.
Queens very precise on the lineout. And LIU makes a bit of a mistake here. It's going to be offsides against the LIU backline. So we're going to come back to another penalty here for Queens University. They're going to go quickly on this one. Backline is just fine. So we're at no time on the clock here. LIU needs to hold out this Queens University side. Mercedes Washington taking that one, launches the ball back overhead. Weaverberg, such a good player, has to deal with that one. Ball in there, getting ripped away by LIU. It's their penalty. We'll see what they decide to do. They're going to kick that one into touch, and the referee's going to whistle us for the end of this one. That is going to be Queens University is going to lose to LIU 21-17. Stay tuned. It's going to be the college rugby show soon.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show. The fall season is upon us. We have a brand new division, now 4 men's divisions, 4 women's divisions. We've had that in 7s. We're going to be coming to you once every other week here in this video podcast form.
I'm excited for a season of telling college rugby's best stories.
We deserve to be here. We're going to keep, representing.
That was, to me, the biggest testament for the future of the game.
We wanted as a team to get experience. It was something that we sat together last semester in the fall, and we decided, it would be beneficial getting to see different parts of the culture that everybody has here and how welcoming everybody was has been a real highlight for me too.
We got a lot of guys that come to Northeastern all around the country.
We wanted as a team to get experience.
Hi, Ginty. This is Wendy. Can you hear me? Talking about the weather. It's windy. You can? Oh, good. It's nice to hear your voice. Going to talk about, Charlotte Davies and Larissa Barbosa.
And here's Blue.
They're going to run fast in this game.
1, 2, 3. Blue.
An American International
Blue mic.
College
1, 2,
made
3.
it in. They're the boss.
Blue microphone. 1, 2.
Brown.
Sounds good.
Is that good voice?
Orange microphone. 1, 2, 3. Orange mic. 1, 2. Sorry about that. Just watching it. I won't let your phone take a bump. 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right, and then red mic. 1, 2, 3. I think we brought the gain down on this one some. You're seeing good levels though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. Does that sound all right, Kitty? The best.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I don't need to take this off.
What does he mean? So turn our entire body? Is that what he's telling us?
Yeah, because the microphone is really sensitive. So instead of, like, it's not going to pick it up if you do this.
Take it with
you have to take it with
Take it with glue to your lips. Fair enough.
Kind of like 4 to 6 inches. Yeah. He just wants you to be able
God damn.
Okay, we don't have to eat it.
Sometimes
You
we're
can't put your
going.
finger on that left. Or that part of the tooth.
We don't have to eat it.
Yeah, you don't got to. I mean,
I'm not sure
if that's what you want to do.
Is this something that...
I don't think you can.
This is a hard texture here. It's going to show you guys.
I did that too.
Are you going to have this today?
I will. Yeah, you can block it.
Now I feel like a big boy.
They just know when they're doing whatever. They kind of try to blow it out. You did, but since WER is not hiring us, we definitely have to hire.
Hide that. Hey, I tried to get you guys back in, and they went with a brand new company. I'm doing this, but
As long as you look good, then they want to hire
I
us.
tried. Every time they ask, I say, wow, we can do that, right? And well, we can do that, huh?
There's the Captain Zachary coming out of the aisle with Legend Alicia Washington.
No, I got 290. Yeah.
Sorry, you want to put it up so you can see it? And then I'll be
Yeah, no, that's fine. This is going to be up the whole time. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if I can do that.
If you can do that, that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
I guess I can do this too, right?
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Thank you. That should be good. Thank you, guys. Pretty good. Really good. Hey, Matt. Oh, your dad. Oh, nice to meet you, Dad. You're still pretty good.
You see it now? I'm wearing lipstick.
Coming up and down, trying to get the blood flowing.